hiccup. Forgive me.
No, it wasn't even during a podcast. He just wanted to play games and we talked to him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we made the initial prediction, or at least, during the podcast, because then we made the decision to have a second show. That was 2-3 weeks ago.
Hello,
He's gonna get to talk about the second show.
welcome back to Super Fun Time Japan
You're gonna get to
Time,
talk about
episode
fucking...
84. This is being recorded on the 26th of October, 2019 at 8:54 p.m. Per his request, I've said the name of the podcast and the date the podcast is being recorded on the podcast. For clarity's sake, I also said the time the podcast is being recorded at, and because Chris has asked me to from now on, I did the thing at the beginning of the podcast to signify that was the beginning of the podcast.
Great, we just need to keep adding on shit, and soon we'll have 8-minute long intros that you're gonna have to rehearse and know by heart.
Probably. But
Best part is if you ever become like fucking, I don't know, like valedictorian at your college, you get to like, wait, that's high school. Never mind. Thought you'd have to give a speech. You'd have that fucking down pat.
I'm not going to my my college fucking graduation to walk or whatnot because it's a load of bullshit. And
Also, to finish my thought, you're gonna fucking get to fucking talk about American Dragon Jake Long, wherever the fuck it was.
Jackie Chan Adventures, and
That's the fucking
that'll
difference.
take like 5 minutes. I don't have much to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Did you even watch it?
No.
Well,
How could you?
I don't even remember if it
would
does
I?
the cardinal sin.
Why would I watch fucking American Dragon Jake Long?
It's Jackie Chan Adventures.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Fucking, do you want to
Hey.
just do the anime homework now?
Sure.
All right,
Let's do it
fine.
now. That way we can get onto the bullshit.
Fucking, here's the anime homework. If you'd like to skip the anime homework, go to 27 minutes, 41 seconds. Fucking, it's fine, I guess. It's a Saturday morning cartoon. Most of the episodes don't interact with each other at all. And the order in which that they appear is not necessarily indicative of their chronological order. Because certain episodes happen... So, the premise of the show is that there are these talismans, and fucking Shendu wants all of them. And if he
Original.
gets all 12, he gets revived, and the Hand are like these guys that, are
How
working
can
for
you
Shendu.
want them if he's dead?
He's not dead, he's
He's a
petrified
ghost.
by an ancient Chinese magic. Alright?
Oh.
Anyway.
But he can still separate his
He
ghost from his
ate
body.
Panda Express.
But anyway, fucking, most of the show revolves around each of the individual episodes either finding a talisman or some other, like, fucking, item of the season. Like, there were spirits for another one, and so on and so forth. And so, it's very episodic, where each episode doesn't necessarily...
How many episodes was that?
It was 97.
Why the fuck?
Oh, by the way,
Did you
I
watch
watched all of it. I also watched all of Kurako. Thankfully, Chris fucking didn't have to do shit, or wasn't here last week. By the way, this is 3 weeks out from the last podcast. Because if he didn't, I would have fucking died watching anime for like 24 hours straight, which would have sucked, but I still would have done it because I had to watch both of them just in case Mega didn't show up.
You're sick.
I know. Anyway, fucking... most of the show makes sense. Like, there's a couple plot holes here and there, but I don't really fucking care to go through them. It's episodic, so each episode doesn't necessarily tie into each other one, and it's fine. It's a Saturday morning cartoon. It's enjoyable to watch. I had fun with it. Is it the best show ever? No. It's probably on the upper echelons of Saturday morning cartoons. So...
Yeah. Until you throw Challenge Showdown into the mix, and then it's just like, fucking, why even try?
I don't remember... I stopped...
That being said, I've watched, like, neither show.
I watched all of season 1 of it, like, twice. By of it, I mean Challenge Showdown. And then I tried watching the second season. It was awful in comparison.
What is with these fucking, like, these Chinese-oriented shows? Challenge Showdown, American Dragon, fucking, whatever the fuck you just said.
I don't know, Chinese
Jackie
Americans, or just Chinese culture in general is somewhat interesting for animation. As opposed to if you want your Japanese culture in your animation,
well,
there's like anime for that, like with Pokemon and whatnot.
Pretty sure
They discount
What
anime.
the fuck?
If you want your cartoon influences, then fucking Saturday morning cartoons are rife with that, I guess. Something along those lines.
Pretty sure these fucking shows came out before the big fucking, like, anime import of the West. Well, not the big one, but like the
Cough,
fucking
four
the
kids,
general
cough.
fucking you know, and fucking before anime became really fucking big and accepted in Americas. Like Naruto was still probably fucking on Toonami.
Probably, as well as a Zatch Bell, I would think.
Also, Toonami probably existed.
I mean, it
which I
still
think it
exists
still
today.
does.
Yeah, it went away for a few
Yeah.
years, but it came back.
It's on Saturday nights. It's playing right now.
Is there anything interesting on it, or is it just like a husk?
Fire Force, probably, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked. I have no
Is it-
fucking clue what that is.
Actually, I'm gonna check right now. Give me a moment.
Anyway, it's fine. I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it again, though.
Unless we
What?
tell you to.
Like
Go out of your way to watch what again?
American. No, fuck! Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan Adventures. What
That's
do you
fucking
think
joke.
about it, Chris? We're doing the anime homework right now instead.
Why are we doing it right now?
Because it's
Because-
almost over. It's 90% over. That's
yeah,
why.
no, it's very short. Like there's a couple plot holes here and there. Overall,
Currently, it's Dr.
fine.
Stone.
Oh, hey, that's not bad.
And then after that is Fire Force.
I heard that's great, and it has weird-looking characters. And that's it. That's all I've heard.
Which one? Stone or
Stone, yeah. The one that's actually an anime.
kind of? Kind of.
There was a second one there because I didn't listen.
Fire Force.
Yeah, I had no clue what that one was. Is it Power Stone? What? I like Power Stone.
Think Promare, but less Promare.
Cool. What the fuck's Promare?
The Studio Trigger movie?
I didn't watch that. Is that the one about fire?
Yes.
Isn't it just
Who
the
fucking knows?
Fire Force anime that's coming out? I don't fucking know. I heard someone talk about Promare once. The name never stuck. That being said, I have no fucking clue how it is. Finish your thought, Nick.
Fucking, I don't know where my thought was. You interrupted
Where
me.
was your thought?
Fucking-
You said it had fucking few plot holes.
There's-
Didn't matter.
There's a couple
Just
plot
had-
holes in a couple episodes. I don't care enough to go through them.
It's like
Fucking,
the fifth time you said that.
it's probably chalked up to like the main things I noticed were that the talismans weren't always where they were in like previous episodes, but that doesn't really matter because it's episodic, and so each of the episodes are fucking not necessarily in chronological order.
Okay, but what's the body count of that show?
How many monsters die?
I don't really. Well,
Die?
monsters.
I don't think anyone died. I think they were just sent to the spirit realm or such and such. Like they were locked away. I don't think anyone was actually killed.
Weak.
Or I don't
Still watch
remember.
Corey
at
in the
the very
house. The
least.
fucking body count there is at least at 73.
Is it really? That seems too
Yeah.
high for a children's show.
It's not a children's show. It's a masterpiece.
Did anyone die in Avatar?
There
Which
had to have people
Avatar?
that
The
died in
Last
Avatar.
Airbender.
Okay, because I was actually thinking fucking other thing.
The movie?
Yeah.
Plenty of people died in the movie. Well, okay, if you don't
A
consider
lot of
them
people died in the
A
movie.
lot of people died in that
If
movie.
you don't consider them people, then no one, not or.
Well, let's get into
less people
fucking,
die.
fucking alien rights.
Mhm. But anyway, fuck, it's fine. You know,
Mm.
it's an enjoyable watch. It's just it doesn't.
Hey Nick, how about you watch it again and then we'll see what you think about it next week.
Please no,
Yes.
no, because
Yes.
fucking
It might grow on you if you watch it again.
it might, but I doubt it. Like I enjoyed it. All right, it was fun. It was funny. I liked some of the episodes, or I liked most of the episodes, at least a decent bit. But like, it doesn't have anything deeper in it. It's a Saturday morning.
How's the OP?
There aren't any lyrics in it. It's just Jackie fucking. There's a live action Jackie that does like some karate or some taekwondo. Fucking, he does some moves like at live action, and then the animated version also gets chased by the hand. It's it's fun, I guess.
The word you were looking for is martial arts.
Martial arts, sure. He does the fucking karate chops and shit. Let's go with that.
Doesn't Jackie Chan have his own actual? Doesn't he have his actual own fighting style or the
Probably
martial
not.
art?
I doubt it.
think he does.
Oh, fucking.
But
Who's
anyway,
best?
it's a fine show. It's
Who's best girl?
fucking.
Every show has one.
Oh, obviously Jade.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked.
You don't even
I
know
don't
who
know.
they are.
I don't know why I asked, expecting anything meaningful.
Fucking
Because clearly, it's Jackie Chan.
Jade is his like 10-year-old. I think she's 10. Cousin.
Okay.
Fucking, she's
Nice.
witty. She's strong, but she's strong-willed. She's funny. She's rebellious. It's great. Yay.
She's named Jade.
Yes. What's wrong with
Bit on the
that?
nose.
Oh, cause China. I mean, how do you think about the guy named Toru?
I don't know what that. I don't know what that is.
All right, how about the guy named fucking Uncle?
Does he have a medicine shop?
He does.
Well, give him.
Isn't also an antique shop?
It's
Well-
an antique shop, but he's mainly like his main use in the show is like ancient Chinese herbs and whatnot. You know,
Well, yeah,
Yumogwig
okay.
Wi-Fi
sure.
Jitsao.
You know what? Fucking. I don't mind.
And it's like a 6.5. All right, it's an enjoyable watch. I liked it. I it's not as good as I remember. I remember it being like an 8, but no, it's 6.5. You know, enjoyable enough. Just not gonna really fucking grab you. Also, Iggy does commit the cardinal sin. I just checked.
Well, fucking.
Wow.
I don't know if I can give it. Yeah, nothing -1.
I mean, it's called an obligatory score for a reason.
It also wouldn't make sense. A fucking okay. Well, you've given me a small description of the show, which should, you know, seeing that these are reviews, should be able to replace my viewing experience, and I should be knowledgeable about it.
I note when people didn't even watch the first episode, so that will be noted in the notes.
Hey, man. Right,
Given that,
Did you not watch any of it, Chris?
Fucking why would I?
Because it was one of the anime. You had to
So-
watch 2 episodes. That's it. 40 minutes.
What did I have to
That's
watch 2
all.
episodes? What? Hold up.
well, there
only
was
one
also
episode,
the,
motherfucker.
2
What?
episodes of anime for this week.
the basketball anime as well.
Kurako no Basuke
Yeah,
and
sure. I was
Jackie
gonna
Chan.
watch the basketball anime, even though we're not gonna discuss it because Mega isn't here.
But if
So
Mega
fuck
was
off.
here, then
Yeah.
you would have had to.
Well, if
Fucking
Mega was here, he would
I
have
would watch
watched
it in the middle
during
of the podcast, but guess what? He isn't here, so I don't have to waste my
you got a
fucking
point,
time.
You got a
Man,
point
you-
there.
So very fucked if we ever turn that up to 3 episodes.
Minimum. I mean, fuck. It's not gonna matter anyway. People don't watch the first episode to begin with, even though that's
Yeah,
the
we're
goal.
running into that, but then again, who fucking cares?
I do, but you don't, so it doesn't matter.
Eh.
Fucking, there's no
I
way.
actually-
There are some shows you shouldn't. Yeah.
There's no way for
Dude,
me to
yeah,
enforce
To be
it.
fair, we're watching some real shit these days.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
We just fucking watched a fucking
That time
American Duck.
you didn't like that time I was reincarnated as a slime?
Fucking, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Fucking, you said we're watching some real shit these
I
days.
would say that's not a fucking great show. I've said as such
you
always.
gave it an 8.
Yes, because I
Yes.
have fucking personal bias. It's trash, but I love trash.
And it's
It's not great, but it's great in my heart.
alright. Fucking.
Which honestly is all you really fucking need.
Which is why we had so much fucking Gundam, and I was vehemently against that.
Gundam's great.
Same thing applies in the vice versa. We're watching some real fucking shit right now.
It was, oh shit. Fucking. Okay, Land of the Lustrous was the one thing that we actually all agreed was good.
Oh man, an actual
Recently.
good show. That had like fucking. I've been waiting for updates on that manga, and then randomly, like a few days ago, I saw I had like 2 updates, and I fucking flipped. Now I just want more again. Fucking Land of the Lustrous. I'm just literally snorting like fucking stone dust every time I read that. Want more every time. The dealer fucking holds me off. I'm becoming ravenous.
Fucking, we watched Land of the Lustrous, then we had Occultic 9, then all the
Yeah.
Gundams,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
then Kakegurui.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we started that fucking that
I mean, Kakegurui
special.
is part
What the
of
fuck
that.
was that special week?
The genre picker party. It was deemed.
What the fuck was the point of that?
It was the idea.
It-
The idea is that maybe other people could find something that you would like.
Turns out no.
What it turned into was
It turned into a way to torture each other.
like
it didn't turn out as good as I thought it would.
Like, we watched Kakegurui, which was average at best. Then we had Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, which me and Chris fucking liked, but
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
it's Gundam.
But we
Yeah.
game the system.
Then we had
I feel like the overall
we
score
gave-
was probably the highest on Gundams, with like one glaring like offset numbers just in the back there.
like you gave Zeta a 0,
Did I?
yeah, and then
I
you
didn't
got
see that.
Cardinal
I think.
Sinned, but the lowest score is 0, so it got stuck at 0. Fucking Shirokuma Cafe, 3.25 for me, and then 3s across the board for everyone else. And then Slime was actually, above average if we average our scores, so that's cool. And now we're at Jackie Chan Adventures. I gave it a
Good
6.5.
fucking lord. I mean, Jackie Chan Adventures wasn't part of it.
I mean, after that, since we were talking recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the fuck happened, guys? Like, anime is a fucking great medium full of fantastic
It's
stories, visuals. What the fuck are we doing?
I mean, were we ever watching, consistently good shows?
yeah,
No.
like, towards the beginning.
Alright, let's check.
Towards the beginning.
Towards the beginning, yes.
Alright, so, Log Horizon, Iggy watched the first 6 minutes of that, so he doesn't know.
I said towards the beginning, not the actual
Okay,
beginning.
Fine.
Cool, go
And
like
that show's
10 in.
probably fine too. It's right up my alley these days. I just don't watch it because it's the final boss.
Let's see, got some 8s, then Mars of Destruction and Midway Time. Actually, yeah, towards the beginning, everything was, average to above average.
You continue talking about that. I'll be right back.
Alright. The first one, aside from, Moetan, or fucking Mars of Destruction that we, in 24 was the first time where something, was, really below average. Then
And it
Baldur
wasn't just
Force.
it wasn't just like a complete joke.
Right. Then we had Baldur Force, and then...
Complete joke.
Yeah, Haruhi got pushed back up. Then we had the Ghibli films.
Fuck Ghibli films.
Mhm.
They should watch Ghibli films.
Then we had Index, and then Kaminari went back up. Ruby still up. Ringar still up. Gangster went back down. Nichijou back up.
Oh man, you can watch Ruby complete on the RT Animation channel.
Did it finish?
No, Ruby isn't finished. What they did is they're taking the old volumes and they're making just a complete sit brew version. So you avoid all the bullshit. Just sit there and watch Ruby.
Oh, okay.
No clicking. You just I want to watch volume 1. Cool, you watch volume 1 complete, and it's just like a fucking couple hour long.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Volume 1.
They did that too with Red vs. Blue on Netflix.
Yep.
So I used
I'm
that.
still waiting for them to put the next episodes on Netflix.
Maybe just finally just break down and watch it on their stupid site. Hold on.
I think generally most of the shows that we've watched have gotten at least an average score from us, like 5s. There are very few that actually go below 5.
Yeah, it's mostly
I was
it's mostly when a person just doesn't really care for what the what we're watching that we get a low score.
Or it's like kind of a joke fucking week,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, joke week, like when we watch the worst anime or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the most
Oh,
Iggy, for the
Pretty
most
hard.
part, we've consistently recommended shows that at least get a 5. Like very
That's not great.
I mean very
Also, like, fucking, I feel like a lot of those fives come from people who watch, just the required amount.
Like, there's few shows that actually get below a 5, which 5 being an average score.
Mm.
Like, most of the
But I
stuff
feel like, back in the day we consistently watched better shows. I didn't just listen to, like, the list of shows. I could fucking look. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Where the fuck do you keep that thing?
Fucking, let's give you the link.
Add one of the views to his fucking podcasts and just find it in the description, or just link it to you. That's
Yeah.
cool too.
Why does it have the fucking up-to-date? Oh, you do that every time?
I mean, I could basically remove the up-to-date, considering that I edit it during the podcast now, rather than, like, when I'm editing it later on.
Oh god, this is weird.
Yeah, no, by and large, most
So wait, if it's edited during the podcast, people that watch the podcast can look
nobody
at this
fucking
and
watches
see into
the
the future.
podcast, Chris.
Oh
see
my
if-
god.
If it ever gets to the point where fucking... If it ever gets to the point where people actually watch the podcast, I would create a copy of it, edit it there, and then then copy-paste it into the fucking one that everyone uses. I would still edit it during the podcast, it's just that I would wait until the podcast is uploaded to fucking transition the scores and such onto the live version. Fucking, I haven't updated the anime homework wins in a while, though. I didn't really keep track of that.
Yeah, never mind. I'm starting to look at the start. We didn't have the greatest start.
Did we not? Great.
No, not really. We started with stuff like what was the second show we watched? Unicorn?
Yep.
And then it moved on to Guilty Crown. So, just going through it, it's like, okay, average at best. Okay, so we never really,
We never hit, like, a really bad patch where, like, multiple fucking... Like, I would say maybe, like, 15 animes are below average. And that's across fucking... Well, not 85 Japan times, but a lot of... Like, I'd say, like, we've watched 78, 80-something animes.
I don't know about that.
Or fucking... We started on Japan time 6, I believe.
Or it says 5 though.
6 is the first time we reviewed them, I think.
There's also a bunch of, like, weird shit that happened. I bet there was, like, an off time where we didn't fucking talk about it, like what happened with Psycho Pass.
I mean, for that, like, we've consistently talked about at least one anime per fucking...
I don't know if that's true.
The only time I believe that is not true is when there was a 2-hour podcast where Mega wasn't there. And so we talked about both on the next podcast. Both being the 2 animes that were doing it. So, still at least one per... Or not one per podcast, but fucking... We've still watched a decent amount of animes.
Okay.
But yes, there's never been a point in time where, like, we've, like, multiple weeks in a row just hit shit.
I don't... For multiple weeks in a row hit shit?
Fucking...
I don't know.
By
Fucking
multiple,
thing.
I mean, like, 5+.
Okay, but, like, yeah. I'm seeing, like, writing next to Black Rock Shooter right now. That's a pretty fucking... Yeah.
I'm going based off the scores that we've given it.
Huh. I'm looking at these shows and, like, I'm just like, not that great, not that great. Is there anything actually good in here?
Yeah.
Can't find it.
Fucking do-da-da-da, Steins Gate.
Well, we have different tastes.
Yep.
Willy Cooley.
Still, fuck, I probably should have watched Steins Gate.
It's really good.
Probably is. Looks good.
Fucking tied with do-da-da-da for the best anime. For me, anyway.
Durara is good. Did we watch Bakuno? I feel like we watched Bakuno.
We have not watched Bakuno.
Isn't that the show that's, like, needlessly complicated, or at least weird to understand?
It's in the same universe as Durara.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't remember enough of it to tell you. I just remember.
It takes
enjoying
almost entirely on a train,
I mean,
and everyone's basically immortal.
not entirely on a train.
I
Anyway,
said almost entirely.
anyway, I mean, not even almost entirely. Like half the show takes place fucking in flashbacks and whatnot, or flash forwards or whatever. Anyway, fucking Jackie Chan Adventures. I gave it a 6.5. It commits cardinal sin. So, Iggy, what's your score?
5 minus 1. I wonder why it ended up being a 5.
Who knows? Ian, what's your score? Or what do you think of it as well, I guess?
Not as good as I remember from my childhood, but nostalgia. I'm gonna have to go with a 6.5.
Oh, sometimes nostalgia's great, and you end up with watching Gundam.
Alright. Chris, what's your score?
Do a Jackie Chan out of 10.
Wow, we haven't had a meme score for a while. Probably not since fucking TOG bit the bullet.
I think we had a fucking, for Gundam, you gave it a ball -1, because Cardinal Sin. And that was on 79.
I recommended some real ass that somehow won.
Oh, also, we're sad because we realized, like, a week or two later that Avatar The Last Airbender counts as a Saturday morning cartoon.
Oh yeah.
But
Like,
it
I think
wasn't
a
on
few
Saturday
days-
morning, though.
It doesn't matter.
That's literally not the point.
It-
Saturday morning cartoons have literally not been a thing since before our fucking era.
Right.
They're still things. They are still things.
No, not really.
Like, the spirit of a Saturday morning cartoon
Dead.
is not necessarily that it airs on
They'd
Saturday
be more
morning.
apt to just call them weekly cartoons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
that'd be better.
They probably don't. If they just happen to come out on Saturday, they probably just happen to come out on Saturday. But like everything is streamed these days.
You can watch whatever you want, wherever you want to watch it. It's fine.
This fucking
Fine.
concept is dead as TV. Well, cable TV.
Anyway, anime
And yet, they
homework
still
done.
haven't.
So, Iggy, what are you recommending this week?
Fucking doing that right now.
Yeah, fucking that's
No,
yes,
no.
yes.
Okay, well then we'll
Do
do
it for
the
rest of
usual
the
thing.
podcast.
We'll do the usual thing of fucking. Oh, I need time to find an anime. Let's talk about something else till then.
I mean,
How about
I think we
Hey,
know what you're
hey,
gonna
hey,
recommend
hey,
anyway.
hey.
Yeah.
Hey, you get fucking time this time. You had a legitimate reason. Actually use it.
You think I'm gonna use it?
I'm talking to everyone, not just you, but yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright. Fucking, I already
Baccano.
have mine.
Oh, hey, there we go. Ian said Baccano.
All right, there we go. What's it about, Ian?
It's about a whole bunch of murder on a train. That's putting it in like the simplest way possible. Also, like, there's several people who are immortal. Yeah. So murder's on a train and some of the people are immortal.
That
It works.
I mean, it works, but it's not the best description I could think of the show. That's Baccano.
So, never seen that picture.
It is a very weird 16 episodes.
16.
Hey,
That's
that's a good
What?
sign.
Was it 16?
It was
I
16.
can't remember that.
great.
And it is done by Brain Space, who have done things like Akikadi? Or Akikan? Spice and Wolf 2. Durarara, Princess Jellyfish. My Little Monster. Amnesia.
The Dark Descent?
Nope.
Yeah.
Servamp and
Didn't you
Gakuen
recommend
Basara.
Servamp?
I did recommend Servamp, yes.
Did you? Because I didn't see it.
I just had it and I missed it.
It's called
Oh,
something
yeah.
else in your shit.
It shouldn't.
Unless I just don't know how to spell Servamp, but I'm pretty sure.
Servamp.
Yeah, it would be that, wouldn't it?
Japan time 35.
There we go. No votes.
Yeah.
Ah, Flip Leppers beat it. Gosh damn it.
Flip flappers.
Man, you wish you voted for Servamp now, aren't you?
Flip flappers.
Well, I don't know. At the very least, when I watched Flip Flappers, I got like a nemesis. So there's that.
Flip flappers.
Fucking. You want to know what I'm gonna do?
What the fuck
No.
are you gonna recommend? If we can get it out now, why not?
I'm gonna recommend Violet Evergarden.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I actually watched the first episode. I've actually watched the first episode of both these animes already.
Ooh.
Granted, I remember literally almost nothing about Bakunos. Because that was years ago.
Murder on a train, or many murders on a train.
I don't even know if there was a train in the first episode. There probably was.
Yep.
Fucking. It's apparently about an auto memory doll who needs to reintegrate back into society after a war. It's supposedly very good, and the animation looks really good.
From the first episode, she was just like this girl who was, I guess, in a war, and her commander
Yeah.
died, and he was like everything to her, so she's now like trying to relearn society shit, and she gets a job and like
She literally
Some
only
male
knew
place.
fighting.
Yep.
And
It intrigued me.
Her job is to literally write letters for people. Because people don't know how to read or write.
oh yeah, that.
It is.
And I think this was an actual thing.
That's pretty convenient.
So we're actually trying this time. Okay.
It is 13 episodes, and it is
That's pretty
by
convenient.
Kyoto
That's pretty
Animation.
convenient for the fighting robots that nobody else can read or write except them, so all they.
No, just that a lot of people
That's
are
super
illiterate.
convenient.
There's a lot of people are illiterate.
Illiteracy is widespread.
It is 13 episodes, and it is done by Kyoto Animation, who've done things like Full Metal Panic, Canon,
Wow.
Lucky Star, Clannad, Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, K-On, Nichijou, Love Chinibyo and Other Delusions, Free, Sound Euphonium. I got a lot of good stuff under the belt.
Mhm.
Woot woot.
So we're actually trying this time. So obviously I'm going Qualidia code. Not actually.
Fucking-
No, you're gonna go with the laughing show. I forget what's.
The Laughing Show.
the show that's going on fucking 4
I don't
times
know,
recommended
it's-
without being picked. Or it will if you recommend it this time.
I can take a hint.
You really like the show and you want everyone else to watch it.
Hey, it's getting a season 2.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, supposedly.
I think that happened, that announcement came in between the last podcast, I believe. Yeah, that.
Oh man.
Come on, you know you want to.
Sure, I want to watch it. I just know it's probably not a good idea.
Oh, what? You think other people want to watch Bakuno or Violet Evergarden more?
I want to watch fucking either Bakuno or Violet Evergarden thus far. Yeah.
It's just a matter of if Chris wants to.
I mean, you can't vote for yourself, so realistically, your idea, what you want to watch, doesn't really matter in what you give out.
But you can at least throw it out there. It's worked for me. It's very rare I throw out something I don't want to watch. Like Cory in the House, prime example.
Why did you recommend it then?
No, that's
Does he
because
do
I
it when
wanted to watch it.
Yeah, sure. You totally wanted to watch that. It was...
No. I said
Awful.
in the fucking podcast that was a joke, and the whole fucking thing was a joke, and I don't know why we actually committed to it.
Because we wanted a special week that much.
Fucking, we needed a backup anime, and so there it was born.
We needed a backup anime.
Yep. What's the best backup anime I can think of? You know what? It's gonna be Cory in the House. Cory in the house. It's a party every week, baby. Cory, shake it
Okay,
out.
fuck it. I found
That
just
could
the
be
fucking-
totally made up, and I wouldn't know.
It is. I'm a Doom Bob Psycho 100.
Ooh.
Hey, it's the show that people like.
Yeah.
It's by the dude who did One Punch Man. Evidently, it's pretty good. It has 2 seasons. I put it off because I didn't like the visuals, but evidently it gets better.
It's good.
The visuals are your biggest.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like more akin to One's actual style. One being the man who wrote One Punch Man. His name is One.
Yeah.
Go figure. I didn't like his visuals as much, but evidently the show is just really good. So it's been on my radar. I just haven't watched it.
It is the first season is 12 episodes. There are 2 seasons totaling 25 episodes, and it is by Studio Bones, who have done things like Full Metal Alchemist, Eureka 7, Darker Than Black.
Eureka 7.
Ian, her name is Eureka.
Oh
It's
god, we're gonna do this
Eureka
every
7.
time we have Bones?
But the
You're gonna do
robot
this
is
every-
Eureka.
They call her name is Eureka. That's all that fucking matters, Ian.
The robot's name is
It
Eureka
doesn't
7.
matter what the robot's name is. It matters
Yes,
what
it
her
is, because
fucking name is.
Because it's literally
Was
called
that thing a-
Eureka
was that thing a
7. What's
robot?
the name of the anime, Nick? It's Eureka 7.
Her name is Eureka, and it's spelled the same as It's her name is.
You know what,
spelled-
guys? It's
Uh,
it's the giving season. You guys need to be nicer to each other.
Her name is Eureka. Therefore, the show is named after her, and so the name of the show is Eureka 7.
But it's named after the robot.
It's Eureka 7.
It's named after the
It's
robot.
named after her.
I appreciate
Name-
that.
It's
holiday
pronounced
theming.
Eureka 7, Ian.
Oh.
You didn't catch what I said, did you?
I
I
did it.
appreciate the holiday theming.
Merry Christmas, one and all.
Yeah, you fucking changed your
Ew.
profile.
It's named after John Cena.
Ian, how do you like my art skills? This is why you don't ask me for art shit. This
Any-
is what I think is good.
Anyway, Bones also did fucking Orin High School Host Club, Soul Eater, FMA Brotherhood,
Wow.
Go Sick, Ungo, Eureka 7 AO,
Wow.
which is the sequel to Eureka 7, by the way. Space Dandy, Noragami, fucking Akagami no Shiyuki Hime, My Hero Academia, Bungo Stray
Oh my
Dogs.
god.
What?
It's enough. We get it.
They have a lot of
Keep
good
going.
stuff, alright?
Keep going.
All the seasons of My Hero Academia, Dragon Pilot, Hisone and Masatan, Show by Rock, Short and 2, Concrete Revolutio, the last song, as well as Concrete Revolutio, Chaika, the Coffin Princess, Avenging Battle, Tenkai Knights, Blast
You're
of
just making
Tempest.
shit up now.
I mean, he told me to keep going.
No, but you're just making shit up
I'm
now.
reading them right off the fucking thing. Hero Man, Star Driver, number 6.
Star Driver.
Yeah.
How does this reflect on Mob Psycho 100?
I don't know any of these shows. I only say the ones that I actually, have.
Star Driver.
No,
was
I
a-
feel like as your general knowledge of anime grows, this will largely become a detriment.
Probably. But whatever. Wolf's Rain, Rugrats, fucking they've made a lot of good stuff in the past, so yay. Chris, what are you recommending? Chris, what was that devious laugh?
What was that shiver?
I'm afraid.
Fuck.
Chris, what are you recommending?
I'm figuring it out. Hold up.
Okay. We could talk about
I
something
got
else.
up and looking up shit now.
How are you guys planning to spend your Christmas?
Naked in my room, dancing like a maniac.
Oh, I think they're doing it.
Do you think you've ever gotten off the naughty list, Nick?
No.
Or do you think, like, there's a special stone tablet that your name is etched into?
I think ever since I was 10, I've been on the naughty list.
This fucking naughty slap.
Spank me, daddy.
Nah, his name's not.
That's
etched
why you don't get
down.
off the naughty slap.
No, but
His
I do
name
get
is-
off.
His name is etched in adamantine, so it can never be removed ever.
Oh, speaking of getting off,
I'm
So-
sure.
so there's this blog called Pan Picks, alright? It was hosted on
Pan
Word.
Pick?
Pan
Is this either a cake thing?
Take?
Cake.
No.
It's either one thing or it's another thing.
A one thing or another thing. I'm sure. I'm pretty sure it is a thing. You know, I'm inclined to agree.
All right, so there's this blog called PanPix where this dude and a couple of the contributors make lists of different let's say illicit videos. Jab.
Well, that's already wrong.
Yeah.
It's called PanPix. Why would they fucking make videos?
They don't make videos, they make lists of videos, like top 10s, or, hey, here's an actress spotlight.
Oh, it's Pix, as in P-I-C-K.
Yes. What do you think I was saying?
Pic, as in P-I-C.
No.
As in picture.
PanPix. Anyway, fucking... It was taken down because these illicit videos are against the WordPress terms of service. Unfortunate. It went down for like a week and a half. Super sad because I used that a lot for like finding new illicit videos.
You'll just have to find another fucking source in the infinite void.
However,
of depravity.
it came back up on a new site being... I actually don't remember the name of the site, but it's posted at the top of a subreddit, so I can find it whenever. Anyway, yes, the site came back, and it's being hosted by him individually, rather than WordPress. So that way, it can't be taken down again, unless it like gets DMCA'd for whatever reason, which it should.
Question.
Yes?
The fuck?
What?
Why are we talking about this?
Fucking, you mentioned getting off, and so I said, speaking about getting off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I just say anything, you're just gonna go on a fucking...
I mean, not anything. If it's something that I've prepared for, then I will probably talk about it as a, like, segue. Like, for instance, if you were to say, how's that League of Legends going?
Yeah, I didn't say that. Oh, yeah, we could talk about that, though. How about we fucking talk about Riot Games?
Yeah, man.
Games, plural.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that was a thing? Because I just learned that was a thing.
Yeah, they were named Riot Games since their inception. It's just...
Yeah, I knew they were named that, but they didn't have any in the games. And evidently they're coming out with 3 more?
Well, first off, they had a board game at one point, but nobody
You
counts that. They're coming out with...
my service game.
Okay, so they're coming out with, I believe, 5 games, one of which the public beta, or not the public, but a private beta is already running for. The other 4 are still in development. So there's the Legends of Runeterra. It's the League of Legends card game. Then we have
they have a fucking Overwatch CS:GO clone.
Yep,
they have a fucking
Project
card
A.
game.
That's Legends
and then
of
they have
Runeterra.
a fighting game.
That's Project V, I think it was called.
So let me fucking list this out.
Mm-hmm.
They have what's going to be a bad shooter, a fucking fighting game, so that's already doomed to fail, and a card game that seems like it's gonna be good.
Oh, we're talking about the League's games?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay,
like I have no faith for the CS:GO clone, because they're like, oh, we're gonna make a high skill fucking CS:GO clone, but then add abilities into it. So we're just asking to be fucked.
So according to some CS:GO pros that have played it and playtested it, it's supposedly somewhere in between Overwatch and
No
CS:GO.
shit. No shit.
Who would have thought?
Considering they
God.
also have one of the main map designers for CS:GO, I would imagine that's, somewhat helpful. But anyway, there's
No,
Project
but here's the
A.
fucking problem. Fucking CS:GO is a high skill cap fucking, it's a high bar to entry, and the skill ceiling is like fucking almost infinite. Problem with CS:GO, it's a very fucking flicky game, and it's popular, but fucking...
It has a really low
It
time to
doesn't...
kill.
It's got that fucking, high skill gap and, high skill ceiling because of how simplistic it is. It is simply just fucking dude shoot another dude on a fucking map. If you add abilities into that shit, you're asking for all forms of imbalance. If it's actually CS:GO mixed with Overwatch in the sense that you can just buy a gun on any character, this is fucked from the get-go. They're gonna have fucking go through hell and high water to balance that game. And then it's probably still not going to be fucking great. The perceived imbalance is going to be exponential.
Everything starts to explode.
It's gonna fucking not be great if that's the case. I don't know. Maybe they can pull it off. That is the game I have the least amount of fucking faith in, though.
The CS:GO
They're making a
pros,
fighting game, so that says a lot.
the CS pros also said that it feels well at the very least, so that's good. Getting that down and whatnot. But anyway,
They showed off a fucking a clip of like someone using a sniper-esque thing, like almost an op, hitting someone, and then immediately using an ability to strafe behind a wall, and that's the moment they lost me.
too Overwatchy.
That's not Overwatch. That's like
I mean,
fucking
that's Reaper. Well, not Reaper.
cyber-enhanced fucking CS:GO, which is like
Axors.
not great. They did say they were immediately fucking working on like, you know, hackers in mind, so they at least have that. Good job.
Mhm.
They seem to be going into these things with the correct mindset on each of them. Like they start their presentation on fucking the card game being like, we know fucking card games suck because you have to pay a lot of money. And that's a great way to go into it because it at least means they're acknowledging it, so hopefully they'll be better. I'll have to see numbers first, but yeah. The card game itself also seems okay.
Yeah, Legends of Runeterra and Project A, those are the card game and the first-person shooter. Then there's also the fighting game, which I believe is known as
Project A or some shit.
That's the
Or was that the fucking other one?
Project A is the FPS.
I don't know. It's a
a
fighting
working
game.
title, basically. Anyway, the fighting game, fucking, they're getting the guys who did Rising Thunder. Like they bought that studio so that way they could work on the League of Legends fighting game. So
The fuck is Rising Thunder?
I
What
think
they
it was
do?
called Rising Thunder at least.
Okay, so what did they do though?
Oh, Rising Thunder. Oh,
Yeah,
As long as it's
Rising
Thunder was a fucking a traditional like 2D fighting game, but it was with like robot peoples. It was a free to play thing, and it was fairly decent,
Mhm.
but it never went anywhere.
But
I haven't heard that name in years.
those guys were bought by
Yeah.
Riot Games so that way they could work on the League of Legends fighting game. And so it will probably be either a reskin or like something like that. Rising Thunder was a decent base, so
Yeah, it looks like it'll be a reskin.
cool.
There was like a few seconds of fucking footage of the fighting game, and it did look a lot like it now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Rising Thunder was okay.
Um,
With Riot money, it'll probably be pretty good.
then there was also the
yeah, nice good base, and you get all the nice sweet Riot advertisement.
And
they
all
showed
those purchasable skins.
they showed roughly 7 seconds of an ARPG looking game, which is
That's fucking doomed to fail.
it's supposedly going to be the MMO.
Let me be like, if I'm not gonna make any prediction about anything, I don't have any faith in the shooter, and the fighting game's a fighting game. But if anything's gonna fail, it would be an ARPG.
It's supposedly going to be an MMO, sort of like Devilian.
Devilian was not great.
But yes, that.
No one knows what that is, and no one should know what that is.
And then there was League of Legends Wild Rift, which is mobile League of Legends, basically.
Fucking why not? Do you have a phone?
Yeah. Fucking, they're rebalancing it and using a subset of the champions in League, so that way fucking the games are shorter, as, you know, it's on mobile.
Yeah.
Typically, you're not playing for extended periods of time on mobile. So, better to have it be.
But now they can double dip in the skins industry.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Skins on mobile, skins on PC,
I believe that's
skins for the fighting game.
I believe that's all of the games that they announced for the 10th anniversary.
Oh, skins for the stupid card game too.
Yeah, probably. I mean, at least cards.
Here's your card. You can have the card and play the card, but the card can look cool for an extra $20.
I mean, presumably all of these games are free to play or will be.
Yeah, probably.
Assuming,
Yeah,
so considering
they'll
there
find
are
a modification
considering they're
model.
all going into already pre-saturated markets, it's a decent way to get people playing and whatnot.
They seem to be. Riot Games seems to be pretty smart about fucking getting in.
Mm-hmm. And now I talk about Worlds for League of Legends. Yay!
Why?
Because
Hey, Chris, did you ever find an anime?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
Oh, nice. What is it?
I deleted it. Okay, hold on.
Is it One Punch Man?
No, it fucking isn't.
We've already watched.
We have not.
We've already watched.
You didn't watch One Punch Man?
We
I
have
thought
not.
did.
I thought we watched One Punch
Nope.
Man.
This has come up before as well.
I feel like every time it comes up, it's just like, oh yeah, we obviously watched One Punch Man. Everyone's watched One Punch Man.
It was recommended on Japan Time 30, but Grimgar won out. And then it was recommended again on Japan Time 74, but it was in a tie with Devil as a Part-Timer, and Devil as a Part-Timer won.
Yeah, I think last time though there wasn't a season 2, so he couldn't have been disappointed by that.
I believe Season 2 was about to finish.
Ooh, SSS Gridman.
Yeah,
Grid.
this kid fights giant monsters.
The only thing I ever heard about the show during its airing was the one chick has thighs,
There you go.
and then people made a religion around it.
It's fairly easy. You need like what, 12 people to make a religion?
Yeah, like 1,200 degenerates. Fucking.
No, I mean I don't know. That was just the thing in high school where it was like, if we make a religion and we're in our religion, we have to wear hats inside. If we can get 12 people, we can make it an actual thing. We'd be able to wear hats inside. That was like the thing. That was like one of the things, and I think not TLG, but the other George was like wanting to do that. And he's like, if we get 12 people, make a religion on hats.
I mean, Tim was part of the Flying Spaghetti Monster religion.
That's fine.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the show.
Anyway, fucking
Mhm.
Quad S Gridman is by Studio. Okay.
Yeah.
It is 12 episodes, and it is by.
That's God.
It is 12. Mhm.
Great.
Wait a minute. I've seen this before. Anyway, it's 12 episodes and it's by Studio Trigger. They've done things like Kill la Kill,
Fucking triggered this.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. They're aliens.
Kill la Kill when supernatural battles
They
become
really
commonplace.
triggered.
Fucking Kisniver, Little Witch Academia, Darling in the Franxx, and Space Patrol Luluco.
Cool.
Have you watched
So,
the show?
here's a kid. He has no memories, and he joins up with this giant robot to fight giant monsters. And then there was the fucking cult of this girl.
Hey, you want to know what show didn't get triggered?
Which one?
Little Witch Academia.
There's no aliens?
No aliens.
Well, then again, it wasn't. You know.
I mean, full anime, I mean.
Are we still talking about Gridman?
Now we're done. We're gonna vote now.
Kill that aliens in it.
What? It's 12 episodes.
There is an alien in it.
Cool.
No, I was talking about fucking Little Witch
Oh.
Academia. Anyway,
Alright,
so
now we're gonna do the voting thing.
Yeah,
where
so,
everyone chooses one and
as a
votes.
quick
This
reminder,
sucks.
fucking
What the fuck?
as a quick reminder, I recommended Violet Evergarden, Iggy recommended Mob Psycho 100, Ian recommended Baccano, and Chris just now recommended SSSS Gridman. Everyone gets one vote. You can't vote for yourself. Write the name of the person or something indicative of a person, not the name of the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's actually. These aren't all fucking. Like, it's actually a fair competition between all three, weirdly enough.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind watching any of these.
For the people confused as to why it would be even, I'm curious about Gridman because I heard it had exceptional directing, and I want to know what that means.
Yeah, that's all I heard too. It was a giant. It had a giant robot and people that I follow in giant robot circles were really happy with what it did, and I was like, cool. But then I didn't watch it. I knew it was coming out, and I was like, well, that's cool. I'll just do whatever I was doing at that time. I moved along with that, but I'm like, fuck it, I'll watch it. I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Shit.
Your choices are limited to 3, Nick.
Yeah, I know. I can let me
Yeah,
get
man,
a
just
dice.
You could just go into roll 20.
Fucking no. Because then you could see
Reason we
it.
could see it.
Yeah.
You have 2 monitors. What?
Fucking you could just log into the Roll20.
You have
Just-
your own phone. Yeah, sure.
Okay,
I could
hold on,
freaking
fucking
see
hold on,
it.
hold
I
on.
could see it. You assign numbers. I just see that you'd rolled a 2, and I'd be like, cool. I wonder what 2 was.
Here, fucking use that then.
I mean, I have a dice
But-
roller on my phone, so it's not.
Oh
But
my
he
gosh.
but he has 1 out of 9 chances of guessing of what you chose.
And it is that one. Okay.
Nice.
You
So
ready?
you're ready then.
I need to type it real quick.
Oh, good lord.
I hate you. You're the worst.
I know. Fucking.
That's it.
I am
You
ready.
know what? I already got what I already heard what I wanted out of you, so you're not getting a week.
Alright,
Mm.
I
that's.
feel like you already did his week.
I mean,
You
I haven't
did.
talked about League Worlds yet.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
We cut you off.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we're good at this point.
probably.
Yep.
Anyway, fucking. Everyone's ready on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey,
It looks like
Chris
Chris
won.
won.
Chris won.
I did.
With Quad S Gridman.
SSS grid man.
Quad S, yes.
There's SSSS.
There's 4 S's.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
4 S's.
So, Quad S.
S grid man.
There's 12 episodes.
What do the S's stand for?
Fucking find it out.
Probably find out while watching it.
Probably won't. Probably won't.
I don't know, man. We're gonna launch it though and reconvene, and Mega won't show up for the next one, so Nick will have to continually watch the basketball anime between every single podcast.
I gotta keep it fresh.
No, this
Until
is-
he's fucking sick of it.
Now, this is a gamble
No,
for
no.
me because, again, this is a mech show.
Mm.
Well,
from
I'm
what I
curious.
gather, it's
It's
fairly
more
it's
kaiju.
grounded though. So
Dude,
It's more a
quite fine.
kaiju
Dude,
show.
I can watch the movies now.
A risk nonetheless.
By the way, fucking Karako no Basuke has movies. There's like
Cool.
I think there's 4 of them.
Did you cut the movies out because you were trying to get to the
I mean,
podcast?
the main season is the main thing that I like require of myself. Everything like the OVAs and whatnot, those are extra. Like if I watch them, cool, but I'm still gonna rate them probably separately.
Nick, you should hold yourself to higher standard.
Chris, I'm already holding myself to a pretty high standard. I don't want to go any higher. It's a
That's
little.
not a high
It's,
standard.
it's a really high standard considering I watch
That's
all of
not
the
a
show,
high
Chris.
standard.
If you recommended Gintama, I'd watch all of that. If you recommended Naruto, I'd probably watch all the way to Boruto.
Let's not.
Yeah, I'd rather not. Anyway, Iggy, what are the wins?
That shit. Where do I keep that folder? I generally don't remember where I keep that folder.
It's
I'll
gone.
tell you. It's not gone, I just don't remember. The wins are at me at 22, Chris at 18. Alright, did he just win? He did just win. Chris at 19.
Nice.
Nick at 10, Ian at 2, feeding his lose streak at 2. We keep track of that because, why not? TLG, God rest his soul, 0. Paul, twice, both times it was on. Mega, 9 times. BRG, once.
Nice. So with this, we will have
We will have law.
Huh?
Wow.
We will.
We will have law
we-
in this lawless wasteland.
We will have watched. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will have watched 3/8 of Studio Trigger's catalog.
Mm.
What else do they Fucking God.
They're coming out for furry show.
The BNA, brand new animal.
I don't want to hear about this. What furry show?
They're coming out for furry show. I don't know what you want from me.
A name?
BNA, brand new
don't.
animal.
There it is. I didn't bother learning its name because I saw it was furry animals, and I was like, man, I'll just go to Disney or Pixar if I want to watch shit.
What
like
do you
that.
have against furries, Chris?
Oh wow, that is super furry.
Because I don't want to watch it in this 12 episode format. I'd rather watch it in like a movie format. I prefer it in that format. Like watching Zootopia was a fine experience.
What the fuck does that matter?
Zootopia is a movie about, Zootopia is a movie about animals.
I must have missed
Anthropomorphized animals.
Yeah, something gets anthropomorphized animals. That was probably words.
Nah, I just prefer to watch them in movie form instead of anime form. So as soon as I learned that was Schroeder's new project, I was like, cool.
And we'll see how it turns out, I guess. Also, I'm getting fucking targeted. There's a Mob Psycho ad. Fucking Google.
Ayo.
Yeah, buddy.
Nothing's stopping you from watching it anyways.
But yeah, we're gonna watch Claude S. Gridman. Yay.
He's a giant robot guy. Yeah.
Let's see if this is any different. What the fuck directing means.
But yeah, now that hour of anime talk is done,
Well,
I'm gonna talk about League of Legends Worlds.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
Go to Dominic for his week.
Ah, shit, you got me. That totally wasn't what I was planning from the start.
Let's just start like this. How did you like Brawl?
Oh, is there a brawl?
Oh, you've not been playing Magic then?
Oh, I've been playing Magic every day.
So did you play the Brawl event?
There's a brawl?
There was a Brawl event where you could pay coins to get to play Brawl against other people. If you got 5 wins, you got 5 cards.
No, I didn't know this existed.
It does. It's literally in the top.
Brawl launch event?
Yes. Click
It's
that.
1,000 coins, firstly.
It's 1,000 coins, but you get 5 cards out of it, plus you get to play Brawl.
I don't even, what fucking kind of brawl? What is brawl?
It's the
Cards are banned. Fucking Sorceress Spyglass? Oh, it's a shit brawl.
No, it's because you can name your opponent's commander and neuter their deck.
Oh man, how many fucking commanders are Oko?
Surprisingly, I only ran into the one, and I also drew into my Oko in my deck, and I was on the play.
Okay, so what is a brawl and what is a commander?
Brawl is a game mode, and not like Hearthstone Brawl.
Brawl
And
is
Commander is also game mode.
Yeah, Commander's also it's essentially Commander Light. So what is Brawl? Brawl is a singleton format where you can only have 1 copy of each card, except for basic lands. You're allowed to have like 20 planes, but you can't add, or if you're running like a dual color deck like black
Boros.
and white, you can't Boros or something, you can't run more than one of the dual color lands.
Okay, so like, yeah, so all those good check lands and all that, only one.
No, yeah, you only need the one to make it done. And then also you have this thing called this card called a commander, which is a legendary planeswalker or creature. And what determines your deck is also what is on the commander's card. The commander,
the color of the card.
their color identity. If whatever's in the commander's costs or inside the commander's text counts as being their color identity. So
like Shalai, which I think is a legendary, is technically a white-green.
Yeah.
So you can
She
use
is
white
like a
and
purely-
green or white.
It's
or
a
black.
purely
she's
white
a
creature,
purely
but
white. She has green on her card, so you can run green cards.
Okay.
That's why the only decks that can fully run all colors is Golos and Kenrith.
Are people usually using Golos?
No, I haven't seen any Golos at all.
Golos wouldn't really work in this format. Also because, fucking insert Crab Ray, but Field of the Dead is banned.
Yeah, it's only banned in standard. Brawl's a different thing. You can run Field of the Dead.
Doesn't work
But-
here anyway.
Yeah, no, because the singleton format. I mean, so the nice thing about your commander is it exists in its command zone, and you can cast it at any time. It's just that each time it goes to leave the field, you get to choose whether or not it goes back into the command zone or it goes wherever it was supposed to go. Like if it was being destroyed, you can put it in the graveyard if you want to. Being sent back in your hand, you can put it in your hand if you want to. If not, you could put it into the command zone. But the next time you cast it from said command zone, for every other time you've cast it before, you add two more. You add 2 more mana.
I don't expect you to
Prevent you
know
from
this,
spamming it.
but let's just assume, for fucking conversation's sake, that you have your commander on the board and it gets like callous dismissal into your hand. What happens if they then use like thought erasure on it? Do you then get another option to put it into your command zone?
I'm pretty sure you probably get the option to put it in your command zone.
Weirder things have happened.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure you get the option to put it into your command zone, but it's a nice, neat way to play the game because no one's running a super consistent deck. You're running 60 cards that are all uniques. So it's like, I mean, eventually people will figure it out. People like, you know, Oko's the biggest example because he has removal.
You mean Oko the God? Oko the God Eternal?
So Oko is a planeswalker. He only costs 3 mana. He has really high starting loyalty, and one of his plus abilities is also doubles as removal. It turns enemy creatures and their artifacts into 3/3 elk while also negating their abilities.
Essentially speaking, in like, I don't know, in like general card game terms, he's really cheap. He has a lot of HP, and he can get a lot of HP really quickly.
Yeah.
And
he comes out early.
He has like what is essentially a card removal, and he gains HP for doing it. It's insane. Everyone hates it. And they even acknowledged that they didn't acknowledge him directly, but they acknowledged the fact that, you know, he didn't, not him directly, but that it exists and there's imbalances, but they're waiting to see how the meta works out.
Yeah,
everyone knows how the meta is going to work out. Everyone knows.
Yeah, everyone knows that he's going to be on top, mostly because his color, he's green and blue, and green and blue have so many good, stupidly good. Hydroid Krasis is a stupid good card. If you're running Simic and you're not running Hydroid Krasis, well, what the fuck?
There's too much good in Simic. Like, green is stupid powerful right now. Why they thought Questing Beast was an acceptable card, I will never know. An evenly static card with a wall of text that's all benefits.
It was simple. They released a set where 30 planeswalkers, and a couple sets later they release a creature that hunts the planeswalkers.
Why didn't they just fucking reprint Mortal Sun?
Nah, that's not as fun.
It was fun for me. They at least reprinted Sorcerer's Spyglass. They weren't fucking totally insane.
You could put that in every. You can put Immortal Sun on every deck. Nah, you have to go in the green for Questing Beast.
You wouldn't not anyway, because fucking Questing Beast is fantastic without planeswalkers. It's a 4/4 for 4 that gets over 2s.
4/4 gets over 2s, has Vigilance, Death Touch, and Haste.
Why does it have Death Touch? What is the Vigilance?
It has 3 heads.
Why does it have
abilities for each of its 3 heads?
Give it hexproof too, why not? Jesus.
Nope, but that would require it to have 4 heads.
I'm surprised they even bothered to make it legendary.
Legendary.
Questing Beast. I don't know. Brawl has been a nice little bit of pocket of fun because you might run into the fact that people are running Oko. The one time I beat him because I was on the play and I played my own. Yeah. I wasn't running Oko as my commander. I was running Omnath, but I run Oko because I have a copy, and I was like, well, I'm stupid not to run this, and I just drew into it and I grinded him out. It was kind of neat because like I played mine and like he went to his turn and I was like, hey man, you gonna play yours? Let's go.
Did you know there's another Oko planeswalker? I didn't.
Sucks. He's the one that comes in like the prepackaged starter decks. That
I had no clue there was another Oko Planeswalker or like another Oko spell. There's like 4 Oko cards. I've only ever seen the one.
Yeah,
5
the
Oko cards.
The one stupid good.
Every other Oko card sucks complete ass.
Yeah, no, he's just
So why does the cheapest card get the best abilities?
because he's also a mythic rare.
So is the other one.
Yeah, but the other one comes in a friggin' $20 starter deck you can buy at a store.
Yeah, but they're also mythic rares, which means they're basically fucking worthless because mythic rares are simple to get.
Mythic rares are simple to get because you don't need more than 4 for a deck, but then 4 or spend them on Oko.
Fucking what is happening?
wait till what is it, November 18th is like the next ban date. So I had 2 more weeks of Oko dominance in standard.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
Truth be
Brawl,
told, I haven't seen a lot of Oko, but when I do
I
see him,
haven't.
it's just a fucking nightmare.
no, Brawl was a nice, fun, different thing. And it's also nice because your deck is also nice and neat. You get a different set of cards every time. In my Omnath deck, I'd like to open Risen Reef every time, but I don't. I wish I did. I wish I could go back to 4 Risen Reef.
This game is slowly destroying me. Like, fucking, it's been a rough, 2 weeks. Since, the Field of the Dead thing happened,
Yeah.
but the fucking meta has shifted to accelerate the speed extremely because everyone wanted to deal with Field of the Dead by playing aggro. Ergo, my control deck has fucking tanked in viability, but I don't really have anything else. Nor do I know what I could make. So fucking I'm just sticking with it and it's not been great. I'm turning mad and I'm starting to make an Esper deck because I can't take it.
That's fair. Yeah, you're currently in the state of the game where you're either playing really hard control or real hard aggro.
Yeah, I don't want to play
depending on which side of the table you're on, you're both looking to draw. You're both just hoping the opponent draws shit.
What the fuck happened with Gruul, by the way?
If you're playing aggro, you're hoping the opponent doesn't draw into a board wipe. If you're playing a control deck, you're hoping your opponent doesn't draw into their low-cost creatures to hammer your face. And you're hoping you draw into your board wipe.
What happened to Gruul? Overnight, last week, people just started playing Gruul. Was there a tournament or some shit where someone went with Gruul? Because all of a sudden, Gruul is everywhere.
I don't know. Gruul's a nice color. It gives you red.
No one paid attention to it, and it's not really utilizing any new cards from what I've seen. It's just that one fucking 2-mana goblin.
It gives you red and 2-mana goblins. 2/2 for 2 and can come in with haste or a 1/1 counter. It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's they play down that on turn 2, and then it's they put the 1/1 counter. Next turn they put Spellbreaker and put a 1/1 counter on it.
Gruul has some interesting things. Not to mention access to fucking questing beast. Also, yeah. Once upon a time. Oh, once upon a fucking time, dude.
Green. We need to fucking someone at Blizzard needs to be fucking blink if Green is holding your family hostage.
Okay, but that's not fair because every other good card.
Not like Green. Green has
okay, you can't tell me that fucking Murderous Rider is fucking stupid.
Yeah, Murderous Rider is good. What else in Black? Black is okay right now, but fucking it's still not as good as what Green is. Green Black is pretty fucking good. Because it's just the same shit. Green can stand on its own, but it also enhances everything else it's in by tenfold.
I mean, yeah, you're looking at all the shit, and everyone's
Green does literally
running Green.
Everything except removal and countering. But then you just supplement that with blue or black or both. And you have the fucking unstoppable deck of Eons. The Great Henge. Who made that? Why'd you make that? Why can you tap it regardless?
Yeah, you can tap it and tap it for 2 life. Fuck you.
What is happening? Why did my music just cut out?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Brawl is a nice thing. You get 5 free cards out of it for doing it.
Edgewall Innkeeper. Edgewall Innkeeper.
Green got Goose. Goose is cool.
Beanstalk Giant. The fuck? Why do we need more ramp on green? Beanstalk Giant. Yes, we do.
Hey man, they're losing. They lost Llanowar Elves. Right.
Oh, they lost Llanowar Elves and got Gilded Goose. Which is just Llanowar Elves, but for the food synergies.
Yeah, but you have to make the food. It makes one food when it enters in, but after it does that, it kind of just sits there. It's like a slight mana dump if you're not drawing good. Have it shit out some food for the next turn. It can be mana.
It makes a resource that can either be, if the goose is still traded in for mana like Llanowar Elves, or just used for any other overwhelming advantage like Wicked Wolf. Wicked Wolf is a fucking... I'm actually generally okay with Wicked Wolf. It's like an appropriate fucking rare card. But it's also pretty fucking strong.
Fucking Nissa who shakes the world. Huh?
Oh, good lord. Why is Nissa so prevalent? What happened?
She's dummy good.
She just like suddenly popped up like last week and she's everywhere again.
Because she's dummy good. She doubles your mana.
I was so happy
she
stopped showing up for a little while.
She doubles your mana turn 5 and doesn't have the dumb nothing but creatures thing that Nikia does.
Like, color identity is a thing, but why wouldn't you run green in like literally every deck? It almost seems like an active detriment not to. And
yeah,
that's
I mean, as I'm looking at it, everything's running green except for mono red aggro because man, you can't sack your namesake for that. Mono red aggro, everything else is running green though. Because green's pretty good.
I just want to run a fucking Orzhov jank, but
hey, fucking make a brawl deck and run it there. Cause
I don't know how it would make a fucking brawl deck.
It's simple. You go into the deck builder, you say it's a brawl deck, and then it's like, cool. All right, here's your legendary creatures. Which one's your commander?
Yeah, I don't want to put the thought into that. I don't fucking know. It's gonna be annoying. This game's been killing me recently.
It's not any more thought than you'd put into regular deck building.
No, I mean, you can only have one of every card.
I mean, yeah, so you start to look for redundancies for each thing. Like, all right.
That means it really just kind of boils down to hard aggro, or like some mid-range, like, control-ish type thing, but not super good. Because you can't consistently get the good cards that make control work. So it's just like, here's my cheap creatures, here's my ramp. I'd imagine there's a lot of green, and a lot of red, and probably some black. Plus, I'm like trying to make an Esper deck right now, and I'm missing like 12 rares. So that's a thing. You kind of have to save up.
It's only 1,000 gold. One pack. Even spending your gold?
Yeah. Every day you get like 1,000 plus, so
you just automatically push it. You just automatically push it in the packs.
Yeah. I need lands from the new set because fucking I don't know how it's possible, but like statistically 24 lands is like where you should roughly be for most things.
Yeah.
It's like you're guaranteed you're statistically
somebody mapped out 24 lands is the good point.
The problem I'm facing is that it's incredibly not. I don't know how it's happening, but I have faced like drought to next to drought next to drought, then literally nothing but land and land and land, and I'm not sure how it's happening, but it's like consistently fucking me over. So I'm getting Fabled Passages to fucking slightly alleviate the problem, which it is. It's not alleviating the problem at all. It's frustrating as all hell. I'm not sure how lands do it.
Fabled Passages, pretty good.
Yeah, it's just better Evolving Wild.
Evolving Wild, but from turn 4 onwards, it doesn't come in tapped.
Yeah.
Or Most turn, ideally turn 4 onwards doesn't come into.
I have
Okay.
like
Unless you're having a bad game.
I have 9 basic lands, 4 of which are plains, 5 of which are swamps. I have legitimately gotten games where I've drawn nothing but the 4 plains. Somehow.
Nice.
It's killing me inside. Like, my deck needs like 4 mana to be viable. Every game I only get 3 mana. I can't stress enough to die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're on a podcast.
Hi.
What's
You
up,
don't want
everyone
to
else?
get up to the 6 mana and use Ethereal Absolution.
I am now running Ethereal Absolution. Actually.
Don't worry, Iggy. This is the new Fire Emblem Heroes week. All right.
Cool. Except this game isn't ass, and you could join in.
I mean, you could have joined in on Fire Emblem Heroes.
Never a
You
better
quit,
time.
Nick.
Everything's ass and green's breaking everything. Come join.
I mean, I'd rather you join in on Dragalia Lost, which, by the way,
I don't have real on my phone.
Nick, shut up.
I got all
Mhm.
of the banner
fucking hate you.
characters on
I want you to shut the fuck up.
It was within like
I am going
60
How much money did
summons.
you spend?
0.
Oh my god. I am going to cut you off.
All right, fine. I'll stop talking
Well,
about Dragalia
Just
Lost.
cut. I'll one up you. I'll just cut him.
Please do. I'm into that.
Mm.
But how about
Magic is a great
instead
game.
of talking about Dragalia Lost, I'll talk about League of Legends.
No, Nick, you're not getting a week. I already
I'm
got out what I need of you.
I want to talk
Actually,
about
no,
League.
I didn't really directly get Nick.
What?
What
Did
do you think of the
Wait,
card game?
Did Nick not help? Did you not get his like help for like the fucking Halloween event in Orange Juice or something? Didn't he get a week there?
I don't need his help with that event. It's easy. Fucking try to land on the pumpkin space is done. That's it. That's all you need to do is land on the
But don't
pumpkin
you get
space.
more fucking candy for winning the game?
I don't fucking know.
How's that going?
I haven't been doing. I've been playing 7 days.
I saw that. Hey, 18's out.
Yeah, 18 stable is out.
So fucking, I don't know if we wanted to do that. I'd be up for that. I'd said I'd look at it when 18 came out.
It's really
7 days.
dependent for me because work has not been kind.
Yeah.
I guess that's the segue for my week.
No, it's not. When I'm done with Dominic's week, he was playing. I mean, actually, you know what? Dominic is probably done with his week. He played Magic, he played Final Fantasy, and he
I
then
did play
slept a lot.
Final Fantasy. I mean, I have some more stuff. Like, I did play Final Fantasy. Me and Nick been playing Final Fantasy again. We're trying to finish out Shadowbringers. I want to finish out Shadowbringers. But mainly, it's been a lot of solo stuff. I've been slaving for the past 2 days to finish Weaver. Which is Weaver is literally fucking like, you know, making cloth and turning it into clothing.
Oh, okay.
It is the worst crafting discipline I've ever done because the cloths are intricate and take a lot of materials, and I hate it. But I got it to 50 today after like 3 days of work, and I wanted to die. You'll find that a common thing among the things I do. I do the things, they're recreational activities, and they make me want to die. I'm not sure why this is a constant. Yeah, that slog is over. On to the last 2 remaining ones, and I'll be done with that.
Nice.
Fucking running out of money though.
Hmm.
700,000 gil, and I'm not feeling great. Got to make money. What the fuck happened to your guns?
Those are turrets
Oh,
that you can carry on your person and deploy.
Wait, set space to die?
yeah.
And if you
Oh,
get up to the top perk, you can deploy 2 of them,
Ooh.
and they will fucking destroy zombies.
Oh,
You have to fill them with ammo.
You do.
Why
You
the
have to
fuck
fill them with
would you
ammo.
have to fill them with ammo? They just shoot air, compressed
You
air.
make to make the
Air,
ammo, you
you
literally only need 3 iron.
Oh, that's weird. So that's
Not
very
even
much still in
forged. Not
testing.
even forged iron. Just whatever. Just iron.
So that's very much still in the fucking testing. They're gonna add gunpowder to that later, no doubt. That reminded me of something. So fucking Payday 2 is a thing, and I'm not suggesting we play it. I've already fucking run that horse. So in the Payday fucking thing, like year or two ago, they said they were going to cease development on it because they technically finished the game. They gave it a proper ending. The story concluded. It's done. We're moving on to bigger and better things. That was because they were working on fucking, what was it called? The fucking Walking Dead. That fucking game that immediately flopped.
So they're crawling back to
Yep,
it?
they're fucking just like I think yesterday or the day before. They're like, hey, fucking development starting up again. Here's some new stuff. We're gonna be working on more DLC, free and paid. And it fucking killed me. It killed me because it's hilarious, and it killed me because it's fucking sad. Oh, they tried to do something else. And then it failed. Now they're back. Slaves to Payday. But yeah, hey, new Payday stuff, so I'm happy. I like that game.
You only Payday from
Not only Payday. Due to fucking an event that happened with me and Ian, I've been playing some more Monster Hunter. For some reason, Ian invited me to play Monster Hunter, which is a rarity. So I jumped on that.
No one else wanted to play Monster Hunter, and I thought,
Okay.
might as well get you in it.
Yeah, it's a great game. So I've been, after I got that, I've been back into it. And Monster Hunter is great. Iceborne's almost out, so I've been looking at like some builds I can make in the meantime. I've been trying to make a lance build. And having something to do in that game, like switching from one weapon to another gives you a lot of purpose in that game because you have a lot of shit to collect. But fucking, I've just been playing and that's been incredibly fun. Fighting a lot of Devil Joe. I don't know why, but I'm better now after a break than I was before. I'm actually landing counters, and that's been serotonin inducing. It's fun. My only problem is I need like 5 jewels I don't have, and they're fucking a grind. We should play that more.
Perhaps.
Iceborne's coming out, and evidently it's like a fucking second game.
Yeah, but where are you gonna find the $60 for the expansion?
Fucking fun to find it tomorrow, actually.
Oh, nice.
Over the course of this podcast, I got a job.
That was fast.
Nice.
Fucking TLG needs me to do something, and fucking evidently it pays for his business shit. So cool, why not?
Nice.
But beyond like that job, I actually did get a job.
Mhm.
So TLG has a business?
Yeah.
I mean, rest his soul.
Yeah, TLG died. Yeah. George has a business. I wanted to talk about something pertaining to George, but I never asked him for clearance on the story, so I'm not going to.
Aw.
And I'm really sad I can't.
I wanted to hear about
Bring
it.
it up again. Just bring it up again.
Well, I can send him a message now. Maybe he's still up.
It's probably not even something I would say on the podcast anyway.
Aw.
But it is something.
Okay.
But on the other note, yeah, fucking, I got a proper job.
Woohoo.
Can't wait to be underwhelmed when you finally get.
You would not be
permission.
underwhelmed.
I would be.
You wouldn't be. The scope of this is amazing. Anyway, I got a job. Fucking, my father works at a fucking solar place, and they needed someone to do fucking data entry. I'm like, I'm available. That's something you can do from home, and it's a proper job. Fucking, I start work next week.
Nice.
It pays well, but it is data entry.
How much?
$12 or $13 an hour, which is extremely weird because it's a per hour basis, but it's something I do from home, so I'm not sure how that works.
What were you being paid?
$12 or $13 an hour?
That's about minimum wage.
Eh. But it's like shit I can do from home, so
Don't even have to change out of your nothingness. It's great.
I mean, I just wear clothes, not even pajamas. Pajamas are weird. Do you have a set of clothes?
I sleep in the
Designate-
clothes I used for that day. That's it.
That's basically it. I'm not sure why pajamas exist.
Pajamas are comfortable.
I mean, it can be like some sort of a routine. Like you brush your teeth, you put on your pajamas.
Yes, but why have that routine?
I don't know. Like, I mean, the obvious other answer is that it's more comfortable than just regular walking clothes. I can see that argument at least, but in general, I don't really see the benefit in the extra effort taking to take off your day clothes and then switch into, because like I
Fighter of the New Clothes.
Yeah.
Oh. Basically, the reason I never, because I went from like on computer to sleeping within like 5 minutes, and that just formed a habit of saying "fuck it."
like basically the only times I actually go to sleep are when I'm about to pass out anyway, so don't really have time to
Yep.
put on pajamas.
So there's that. Besides that, I've been getting into the
You cut out the hurdy
hurdy-gurdy.
hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy of what?
Yeah. The hurdy-gurdy is like a fucking 1,000-year-old instrument that evidently
Oh.
people can use to fucking shred.
Wait, you're learning to play the hurdy-gurdy?
I'm not learning to play the hurdy-gurdy. I've been getting into the hurdy-gurdy, as in the music.
You can play one in
Listening to
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah. It's a weird, like, fucking wheel-based string instrument.
Think of it as a string bagpipes.
It's weird. But the music is
Funnily enough, the way I explained it is kind of the most accurate. It's a bagpipe, but with string.
Well, it's not. Yeah.
Like you can make it can make sounds that sound like a bagpipe.
It can make a lot of sounds, evidently. But yeah, why not? That's just a thing. Fucking. I've been playing Destiny still.
Ew.
Destiny's fun. I'm slowly running out of like reason to go back, I suppose. Fucking, I've kind of just hit the point where you're just doing weekly stuff to get higher power. I'm like at like 220 something, 230. There isn't too much incentive to go forward without the DLCs. So that's kind of where that lays at the moment. I got like a nice 40, 50 hours out of it again, so why not? Ooh. That probably concludes my week for now. Oh, yeah, there's one other thing, actually.
Fuck.
It's quick, don't worry. Steam has that new fucking streaming software where you can stream a local multiplayer game to other people, and it works.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Nick tested it out. So some more options arose. In specific, I downloaded Overcooked, the first, and
It's a game.
yeah, I want to test that and see how it works if multiple people are like if I'm streaming to multiple people. And I downloaded Eon Alter. Remember that?
Kind of.
The smartphone RPG that we couldn't play because it didn't allow us to. It expects you to do couch co-op.
That is an option we have now, but I doubt we'll ever actually do it. But Overcooked is a thing.
I also
Oh,
didn't
okay.
have a smartphone at the time.
That's sad. But yeah, Overcooked. We should try that because I want to test the capabilities of multi-people things.
And then just have everything descend to chaos.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yep.
Input lag mixed with fucking minute-to-minute shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Micromanaging.
great.
I also have Quiplash. There's that one I downloaded too. So whenever we find free time and the will, we can try some of that. That's all I'm willing to talk about for now, probably.
Yeah, you know. Alright, we'll move on to Ian.
I finished this
So you
today
can
after
say-
about a month.
Hey, it's
Yeah,
Heck.
there it is. There
Took
it is,
me-
just drawing things.
Yep, this took me about a month to do because, as you know, work has been a bitch.
Why Hat Kid?
Because, okay, funny story. When I was trying to think of, I'm in a Discord server for comic making, which I'm going to be getting into soon, hopefully. And these are my two characters, Reactor and Wiki. I was trying to figure out what I could do for like a joint Halloween costume for them. Someone on the server recommended Hat Kid and the little Roomba thing on the spaceship. And I was
It
like,
is a Roomba,
that
yes.
is brilliant. It's called Rumby because, trademark stuff, obviously.
Yep. That's a game I've always wanted to play, but I never would bother to actually pay for.
I'm really proud of this because it's kind of one of the best things I've made, period.
Maybe.
Like I have clothing. I look at the clothing folds. I have clothing wrinkles.
Yeah. It's an art thing, so it'll go over my head. But sure.
I mean, you don't have to be good at art to recognize that you enjoy what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yes, but I also won't understand any nuance either.
Nuance is really John to the eye of the beholder.
Okay.
Do you like what he's done or not?
I don't understand the nuances of art.
I
mean, it looked.
I agree with his sentiment. This is probably the best thing he's shown us.
I did use a 3D model for the robot since, fuck, I'm not going to be able to draw that thing perfectly
You're
every
mixing
time.
in 3D with your 2D, Ian. Have you learned nothing from anime?
It's called reference posing. And that's how anime does things. To an extent.
To an extent.
Well, there you go.
Get a little.
Thank you.
I like how it's like.
It's like 2 frames.
The tiniest of claps.
Yep.
It's like a very energetic golf clap.
Mm-hmm.
I like how I made the little robot just like, how did you convince me to do this? Face. And let's see, besides that, been working on Inktober. I've dropped Inktober for the last 2 days in order to finish this thing. Because I wanted to get it done before Halloween.
From what I've noticed with Inktober, and I don't notice a lot, it seems like people pick specific days out of the month and focus on that instead of doing every day.
Some people do, a lot of people don't. It's really up to what the people want to do.
I also looked at the Inktober Twitter, which is surprising on like both senses, because art and Twitter, like the other day, and fucking, it's not great. It's a lot of people going very off fucking topic with the topics, which is weird. So, that.
Or was I?
Inktober.
Right. I dropped Inktober for the last 2 days so I could focus on getting the lines and coloring done on this. Because I've been working on this for like, let's see, I finished it about 8. I've been working on it since about 3 or 4 today, and I worked on it another 4 hours yesterday. And then the sporadic amount of hours throughout the month. Because this is actually the second time I drew this, because the first time looked honestly crap, which I can show you. Let me just find it. But yeah, the first attempt was not great. Then I got some feedback from one of my friends on how to improve it, and it was improved massively. But yeah, you can tell from this sketch, yeah, the new one's a lot better.
I can't tell the difference. Other than that one is colored in.
Try the leg posing. And how the body's actually like formed. Speech evades me. But yeah, work murdering me. School not so murdering me. That's more or less it. Oh, I've been playing a game called Noita recently.
I've
It's
seen
fun.
that. The game looks interesting.
What is it?
Every pixel is simulated.
Well,
Physics, simulations, magic, explosions, a lot and a lot of death.
what does that mean, every pixel is simulated? Isn't that the case for every game, where every pixel is, there?
You know those falling sand games?
Yeah.
That kind of every pixel related.
Okay, that. Okay.
Really cool.
It looks interesting. I've seen snippets of stuff, and YouTube has religiously tried to fucking recommend me videos about it.
Watch any of them?
I watched, like, fucking... I skipped through one, was like, Noita's hidden alchemy system or some shit, where it was like, hey, fucking, if you mix
yeah.
liquids, fucking effects happen.
Yeah, I watched that because, like, I had no idea there was a hidden alchemy system. Like, you can make liquid that heals you. You could make a liquid that turns
No, from what I
essentially
gathered, it's
everything into
fucking...
gold.
It's random or some shit.
Yep,
Like,
the recipe for the alchemy stuff for the secret alchemy is random each time.
which seems dumb to me, but also it seems like Catacomb Kids.
Catacomb Kids?
It's this indie develops fucking pro like I don't know if that's right. It's a hard game, kind of in the same way. It has potions that you find every time you go through the dungeon. I guess it is a roguelike. And the potions are the same colors, but their effects are randomized every time you go through the game. So fucking who knows? The best way to fucking reliably figure out what they do is throw them against an enemy. It's like that. And I never liked that system. But fucking, yeah, it seems worse in Noita. But the game itself looks fun, I guess.
Yeah, it is very fun until you die for the millionth time because
But does
it's
it have
so
multiplayer?
difficult to get down there and get good spells.
But does it have multiplayer?
Unfortunately, no. But I'm sure someone will program it in at some point via mod. Because there's now modding support. That I need to look into because there's mods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bro, is that it?
Yeah, that's basically it.
Great. Back to Dominic.
Dom of the Nick.
I've re-downloaded Divinity again.
Which
And
one?
I've been working
So you can look at it.
kind of basically so I could look at it. Yeah, it's not entirely wrong. Fucking just to try out some shit, basically.
Nice.
There was that. I've been playing Skyrim again. Because fucking, you know,
Skyrim. is dumb.
get a fucking Skyrim romp every year.
Yeah, you get the itch to go out on a neat adventure, and Skyrim's a pretty good game for that.
Been paying attention to that. That game fucking really does nail the sense of adventure, even if you've played through the game so many times. It's astounding.
That's great. That's why when the next Elder Scrolls are all just waiting for it to.
I'm so fucking sad now about the next Elder Scrolls.
Oh, what, the noir shit come out?
No, nothing new came out, but Bethesda has gone so far down. You know they're gonna monetize the shit out of it.
Yeah,
They missed their chance in 2011 with Skyrim because they didn't know yet. No one knew yet. No one was fucking like super greedy about microtransactions back then.
I mean,
They actually-
Bethesda was.
No, not really.
They're the progenitors of the horse armor.
They made the horse armor, but that was like unique for that time, and it was unique for years after it. It wasn't really until like the live service model really became a thing that expanded. And the fucking it's really now that Bethesda has gone full fucking hog on like being shit that, you know, I'm worried that Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be fucking live service. It's going to be always online, so people can't mod it. They're going to fucking ruin it. It's going to be awful, and I'm sad. I have no hope, so I've become indifferent. But deep down in my heart somewhere, I hope and I fucking pain. Did you hear what they did to fucking 76? You probably did, because how could you not?
Oh,
Yep.
man.
Fallout
Hey, you wanna-
first.
Hey, buddy.
Who doesn't want to pay
Why did we
$120 a year?
For single player.
Hey guys,
What?
we've heard you've been asking for this. Just pay us $120 a year, and you can have access to it. Oh, you wanted some storage space as well? Well, we'll bundle that in for you.
Also, it deletes your items and you put stuff in it.
Yeah, it's buggy mess like the rest of Fallout 76. I'm not surprised. I'm not disappointed.
Yeah, because you didn't. Who cares, man? Who cares?
I wasn't
Like,
playing it anyway.
At what point is this considered not a game anymore? Legal action.
I mean, there's already legal proceedings going on
Yep.
for the fucking different false advertising that they did.
Fucking, it's over.
So this will probably be added on to it.
Bethesda's dead.
Like,
It's over.
hey.
Elder Scrolls 6
Yeah.
is gonna get fucked.
We're not adding microtransactions. I don't
So
know
sad.
if they actually said that or not.
Wait, was Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, or was that the MMO?
That was Skyrim.
ESO was
So
technically.
technically,
The Elder Scrolls
technically-
5, Skyrim.
right. So technically, they're working on Elder Scrolls 7.
Listen, if we're gonna talk about the technicalities of fucking, game series and their fucking orderings, we have a lot of talking to do. Hey, Final Fantasy. Good lord.
The oof.
Pretty sure 15 is actually like 20 something. Fucking yeah, Skyrim's great. It's always gonna be
Hey,
great.
Vic, what are all the Final Fantasy from first release to current day?
Well,
Fuck it, God.
there's-
Let's take 10 minutes out of our time.
if I'm going off the top of my head, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then there's 7. Then there's Advent Children, I believe.
There's some weird Gunner spin-off where you play as Vincent.
Yeah. Final Fantasy Tactics was somewhere between 1 and 5, I think.
96.
Mm-hmm.
Great game. And there was also War of the Lions, which is just a better version.
Then there was 8, 9, 10, 10-2. Then there was 11, which turned into 14. Then
What?
Or was it 12 that turned into 14?
12 is its own shit. It's still playable.
Yeah.
The MMO?
Yeah.
Alright.
We're mixing that up with fucking Guild Wars.
Well, anyway,
probably
11,
not.
then 12 turned into 14, then we had 13, 13-2, Lightning Returns, 13, then 15, and then 15 got an expansion, I think. I do not know any of the spin-offs, aside from Tactics, though, so. You got me there.
I mean, there's that one shooty one I just mentioned. I don't know of any other spin-offs beyond that either. Oh wait, no, I do. There's another Tactics. It's just a really shitty one for the DS. Bravely Default.
Is that technically a Final Fantasy spin-off?
Fucking I don't know. It has all the items and classes.
I guess.
Squeenix make it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking chalk it up, why not?
There we go. An incomplete history of Final Fantasy.
It's perfect. There's no
There's probably a fighting game in there somewhere.
revising needed. It's fine.
Final Fantasy. Never
Do
find
we count like Smash for having Cloud in it?
I mean, obviously.
Count Smash for
Dude,
Cloud.
Smash Bros. Is the ultimate spin-off game.
I guess.
Man, we're up to Ultimate now. Everything else from here is downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Should be anyway. Pretty sure
Literally
Sakurai said it's just like I'm
confirmed
not
to be
making
downhill.
anymore.
It's literally confirmed to be downhill. Hey, Sakurai, are we gonna have anything in this scope again? No. Oh.
I hope you like it, and I hope it has the
Okay.
best system. Otherwise, you're fucked. Then again, you're probably just gonna play Brawl anyway, or fucking what is it called, Melee?
Fucking got kicked out of Evo this year.
What did
Yeah.
Melee?
Yeah.
Or Smash?
Melee. They
You
stopped.
say kicked out. That implies some malicious intent.
I mean, I'm not gonna insinuate anything.
You
You
did
did
with your
know what the
verbiage.
I mean, I'm not going to explicitly say they kicked out Melee because Nintendo didn't want them to be there.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that.
That's fine.
Do you have any insight as to why Nintendo wouldn't, potentially want?
They want people to buy this fucking Switch.
Yeah,
and
they
buy
want people
Smash
to buy
Ultimate.
Ultimate rather than like fucking trying to go on the secondhand market for Melee.
They could just re-release Melee on the Switch then.
Exactly. Literally.
But
exactly.
then that cannibalizes Ultimate. I don't
Does
like
it?
that. I mean,
I feel like
they're still
game.
releasing DLC for Ultimate, so yeah.
I really don't feel like they're in a fucking troubled state right now,
Hey,
but whatever.
it's a remade Smash game. Come on and play. It would also probably divide the Melee community by a lot.
Would it?
I mean, depending on if they make any changes to the core systems in Melee.
Just port it.
Yeah, you would think, right?
Man,
It's not that hard.
just port it and just
Port it,
literally
make
make money off of it.
No, no,
Yeah.
Print money. The print money button.
Oh wait, no, they already remade it. It's Smash Bros. Ultimate. How could I forget?
What the fuck are you talking
It's a
about?
remake.
What?
Totally.
No, it's a sequel. You
No,
fuck.
no, it's a
What the
remake,
fuck
Chris.
is this bit, man?
I don't know.
It's dumb. It's
Fucking-
it's dumb. But Nintendo and like literally every games company console could
Print money button.
by just having. I know it's hard for you to think about it, but backwards compatible, like any semblance of backwards compatibility is great.
Yeah. They put fucking Witcher on the fucking Switch. They could probably put Brawl or fucking whatever the fuck it was.
Witcher on
Melee.
Switch.
How the fuck they do that?
I mean, they're putting past games on the Switch. The thing is, that's way far in the past. You want to play old school Super Mario Brothers? I think you can play that one on the Switch. I'm not exactly sure.
Probably. Yeah, just hack it.
This is true. You can also hack the Switch.
Anyway,
It's got a USB-C port. You're fine. Figure it out.
EA said some stuff, and by said some stuff, they posted an image of fucking a steaming cup of coffee, which people
Nice.
have taken to mean they're gonna put some games on Steam. I guess EA has realized they're losing fucking money by not being on Steam because who the fuck is using Origin?
Hey, they have the numbers themselves. They figured that.
So yeah, maybe we'll see fucking exclusives like, I don't know, whatever the fuck is on Origin. I don't actually care. EA games, not exactly known for their quality. I don't know. Sweet FIFA money on Steam, I guess. Or Apex even. But that would be weird. Fuck it. That's probably it. Why not?
Oh, if they kick open that Titan.
Oh, Titanfall would be great.
Just happened to be on fucking Xbox, so I was like, I'm good.
So let me talk about League of Legends.
No, shut the fuck up.
Fucking, I at least want
Never.
to talk about quarters, alright? They happen today.
No.
It's relevant.
Quarters ever standard in the American economic system. They're worth $0.25 and they're round.
Quarters as in quarterfinals, alright? We had
You didn't say
Griffin
that.
versus IG
You may
today,
talk about quarters.
as well as
original
Fnatic
video.
versus fucking FPX. Fucking the Griffin versus IG game
that's
made me
fine.
really sad the longer it went
Oh
on.
my god,
Because
Nick, why?
fucking-
Nobody cares.
I care,
I already
Chris.
got everything out of
Fucking
you.
Sword is a
What?
piece of shit, alright?
I don't really
He's
care
the top
about-
laner, but he's not up to par with the other top laners in the tournament. And so because of him, he
Who
brought
cares?
the like
No,
everyone
man,
was
this is
doing so
happening?
good.
This is a
Like,
league is
we have
happening?
Chovy,
No,
we have the
man.
Hyper, we have
This
Laheads, we have
thing,
Tarzan,
that thing,
but
what
then
is
Sword
happening?
just
I
wants
guess there's
to
a
come
card
in
game now?
and
Card
swing
games don't look
around
that
his
half
like
bad.
the relationship with
Fucking,
Joe and kick
Mogwai
starting
covered it
out.
for a couple
And
days.
fuck, that's why they
He was
lost.
like, hey,
all right,
I love
they were
this.
doing
I
so
hate
good,
fucking-
but the
I
top
hate
difference
Magic's
was
mana
just so
system.
fucking big that they couldn't
I hate
overcome it,
Magic's
and
land
I'm pissed
system so
about
much.
that. I'm really sad about it.
Thanks,
all right,
Mogwai.
we had Doran the
Yeah.
entire time.
Oh,
all right, they just had to
okay,
throw Doran
chief.
in there, and he would at least hold his own.
That's something.
All right, he
Oh
might
my
lose a
God.
little bit, but he won't lose to
Diamond,
the
no.
degree that Doran did. Like, I mean, to the degree that Sword
Diamond
did.
was
All
pretty
right, Sword
great
did
that show.
nothing in the team. Like, he had a
She just
good
wanted
week
the
to a
best for
group stage, I
everybody.
guess, but he doesn't have the consistency or
She
the like
understands
the high
herself.
tier that Doran does. All right,
It's go bad.
it's fucking shit. All right, he
If we can
steals
get
his
another-
food.
if we can get
The
another
other
anime
players had
about
to
this,
eat
that'd be great.
less, so
Yeah,
that
what
way
is that?
the subs were able to fucking. I mean, that's not entirely Sword's fault, to be honest.
What is that?
I mean, Sword did steal food from Doran. Like,
What is this?
That's a
whatever.
GIF that doesn't play. Well, it's a
Okay,
gift
so I
of
have to go.
sound.
Hold up. Go ahead and load Reddit. Here we go.
Fucking, and then FPX just sort of steamrolled over.
Oh,
Fucking
it's just a bunch of
anime.
meows from different animes.
think,
Yay! Oh, there's a cat.
And then fucking
Yo!
at 4 a.m.
A
tomorrow
cat!
morning, we're gonna have
Wow,
SKT
whoa,
versus
4
Splice.
a.m. You
And-
know what's gonna happen at 2 a.m. this morning? Magic's gonna give me another quest.
Oh,
And I can
nice.
re-roll this stupid land quest. I hate that one. Because it
Land
prevents me
quests
from
are
playing
so-
the game.
Easy. Oh, you just don't want to do it because it's 500.
Yeah, it's 500 gold, so it prevents me from playing the game more. So I can play the game more. Yeah.
Basically,
Like, I don't mind the colored ones, because it's like, alright, I just don't play that color, whatever, but the land, it just hurts me.
I've stopped caring. I play the game regardless.
basically the thing
Yeah,
that happened.
sometimes I do that, because I'm like, I really just want to play this deck. Don't get to play this deck that often. It's really an issue for tricolor decks, because it's like, man, can't play red, can't play white, or can't play blue. Great, that leaves me with green and black. Great. What a time. Sometimes I'm down to one color.
And then, Nick, can I stop posting memes?
I think I got my anger out. Yes.
Okay.
Did you?
Basically, Sword.
Somebody fucked up in the end.
Sword got their
Made
coach
them
fired.
Oh, Nick, oh
because
my
he was-
god. You are the worst. Shut up.
He wasn't good enough to earn a
You
spot.
suck. Oh
and
my
then he brought
god.
the rest of his
Who
team
cares
down
about
to the
League,
finals.
though?
I do.
No.
We don't.
Nobody cares about League.
We talked about Raid already.
Oh,
You
yeah.
did talk about the other things though.
Yeah.
Alright. And so now we're gonna go back to me. I've been playing 7 days. 7 days has been fun. Alpha 18 is pretty nice. Your health and stamina are tied to your level instead of a skill. So
It seems like
raising
I read the patch notes briefly. It seems like they've just made everything like more quality of life.
Yeah, so your health and stamina are literally tied to your level rather than being separate skills. So literally just playing the game increases it. Each skill tree has weapons that it can use. So no matter what skills you locate into, there is a weapon-based skill within that tree that you can also spec into if you want. So you're not like hoping you forge something good instead.
They said they addressed like spawns where there were like stupid amounts of spawns and like not enough spawns in certain areas to balance that out.
I don't fucking know.
They also addressed the fucking death mechanic that was ass.
Yeah, yeah. So when you die, instead of like having that dumbass debuff where it's like, oh man, all your traits are down for now. Now you just get into an experience deficit that you have to earn before you can start earning experience. You have to earn through before you can start earning experience again.
Yeah.
So it's no longer timed, and it no longer takes away your traits, but you don't earn any experience towards leveling up.
It's no longer, well, I have died and my skills are down, so the thing I died to will kill me again, putting me down again. Repeat the cycle over and over.
Yeah, no, it's just a small pushback into your experience. It literally shows up as a red portion on your experience bar that you have to earn back before you can earn experience again.
That's okay. That's a better change.
So yeah, there's that. There's a couple of different melee. There's like 2 more melee weapons now. Instead of like the basic club, you can now make spears and also stun batons.
I heard about that.
The spears allow you to attack from slightly further, so you're usually not as close as you would be by using a club. And the stun baton, I guess if you hit them a certain amount of times, it gets charged and you do more damage when it's charged. I don't know. I haven't used them. I've mostly just been using the fucking junk turrets because those are pretty fucking great.
Seems they've also changed some stuff around like melee hits, sounds, and infection systems.
Yeah, the infection, like you get infected and it goes up, and then depending on what you have, will take it down, but depending on what you have, it'll take it down. But if it's not enough to fully take out the infection, then you'll still be infected. Like if you're at 90% and you get home and you're like, well, I have antibiotics, you better hope you have like enough for that 90% infection, or else it's just better off dying.
Yep. In total, they added spears, which sounds cool. Junk turrets.
Spears are nice. Junk turrets are really nice.
Stun batons, a baseball bat, new sledgehammers.
Do they have the Jeep?
I don't know.
They have there's the 4x4 truck. I haven't made it. I don't know if they added the capability to have 2 people in the fucking truck.
An M60, knuckle wraps, brass knuckles, and spiked knuckles.
Oh yeah, you can be a punchy guy if you want to just straight up punch people.
Become One Punch Man.
Double barrel shotgun, more explosives, grenades, time charges have been introduced in Alpha 18. Cool. New bows. Don't know about that. And more animations and thrown items. Whatever.
And as previously mentioned, there's perk books that are part of like a series of books. Like one is entirely animal based, and depending on which one you read, you get bonuses to hurting animals. Like one's like they're all just a 10% bonus, but one's for like bears and one's for like wolves and shit, or deer. And then once you read all of them, you get a final bonus. Like that one allows you to harvest more from animals. So there's like that to slowly work towards, because every time you see a bookshelf, it's like, oh man, I wonder if I'm gonna get a book or if I'm just gonna get a schematic that I don't want.
As well, it seems they added more place of interest locations, so just more structures. Optimization shit. Vehicles have had improvements. There's been a mining overhaul. Oh yeah, they
changed mining.
They made it so like more rock. You know, like you would see rocks on the surface that were like coal.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of those for iron, nitrate, lead.
Yep, just to make getting metals more easy.
Yeah, and so instead of like repeatedly looting places and hoping you get what you need, you could just hope you find the outcropping of metal you need.
The only other notable thing, seemingly, is just balances and fucking optimization improvements.
Yeah, I like that.
So yeah, Alpha 18 is... What the fuck?
It's his dog.
I heard a chunky boy.
He's a big boy. Oh, he wasn't in this channel.
Yeah. The generally this looks like an improvement. You know, if we could find the time, I would play Alpha 18 again. Or I would play 7 Days again.
Yeah, if we ever find the time, will we?
If we try,
All
we usually
depends
do.
on work on my end.
I know. I have work starting up too, so who knows?
Well, you don't do nearly... You're not going to be doing nearly as much as I do. I'm
That's
literally
not
the
true.
only one who
Based
does
on
the
what,
job.
Ian?
Do I really have to go through the whole spiel
Based
of
on
I'm
his
the only one
ego.
there?
Well, you didn't qualify what you said with anything. You just said you're not going to be doing nearly as much work. There's many ways you can take that. You can mean it in the physical sense, or like, oh, I do more physical things, and it's not going to be nearly as bad. Or like, literally, you're doing less time, of which I do like 5 hours a day or something.
I'm currently doing I'm basically just doing 8 hours a day at this point. They want me to do 38 hours a week next week. Trying to see if I can get rid of one of those shifts to someone else. Thankfully, someone apparently needs hours, so that might help me. But yeah, basically
But do you get benefit?
No. No, I don't.
I think mine's technically a full-time job, despite it being more or less a part-time job, so I get benefit.
I mean,
Woo.
40 hours, really?
Thing is, I work part-time, so I want to work part-time hours. I don't want to work almost full-time hours.
I think, anyway.
Full-time is 40 hours, just so you know.
Yeah. Are you getting salaried then, Iggy?
I'm getting paid per hour. I don't fucking know what's going on.
I mean, you look at the employee contract, and it'll
But it's the most professional job I've ever had.
That's great.
The last time I did fucking data entry for a large corporation, I was technically not employed, despite the fact of being paid. Probably wasn't legal, but hey, I don't care.
Child labor.
Yeah,
Technically speaking, I did get paid. So yeah, anything else in your week, Chris?
No, yeah, it's been mostly it. It's mostly just 7 days fun. Junk turrets are great. Oh, cool! I'm going to this place to loot it. I know when I walk in here, like 20 zombies will spill out. I'll just go ahead and place the junk turret and watch.
All right. And with all the weeks done,
That's it.
it's time for the anime homework.
Oh,
If
hey.
you'd like to skip the
Ew.
anime homework, go to...
Why are
Skip
you
the
even
video?
doing this?
If you'd like to skip the anime homework, at this point you can skip the video because somehow you made it to this, and this point is presumably the end of the podcast.
Presumably.
So you've already skipped. If you've already skipped the anime homework, then you've already done with this video. So you can leave.
Hey, what are you doing
Bye.
tomorrow, Ian?
I
And
work.
if you manage, if you skipped here from the beginning, hoping the anime homework was here in the end, go ahead and go back to the beginning because
Well-
that's where it is.
Nix, you did the whole fucking if you want to skip to the anime at the beginning, so, fucking... They're not...
No, but like for
Also, I don't know why you're
people-
telling me this. I know what I'm getting into when I watch this podcast.
No, you don't. You're gonna be weirded out when. Wait, did the anime homework now? How long have I been sitting here? This video barely started. What?
We are currently at 2 hours, 7 minutes, 17 seconds, which will be cut down in post. But
No, but
It's
like,
not bad.
like Dominic when he like goes to binge the podcast again. He's gonna go from us talking about anime to us talking about anime, and he's gonna be like, wait.
I don't click on those links. Also, he doesn't provide a link.
I mean, there aren't any links anymore because fucking YouTube.
Can't you put a timestamp in the description?
Yeah.
Shit,
I thought it was the white thing that
I
popped
think
in
I
the
can.
top right.
I
Can
could
you
put
not-
it.
you
There's
not
no
know how to use
annotations
this?
don't exist anymore, but timestamps exist.
I could put it in the
Yeah.
comments actually
Why would you put it in
Because
the comments as opposed to the description?
because
Because
I don't know.
because it counts as.
I was about to say because other
Counts.
comments will push it down, but then I laughed inside.
I mean, I can pin comments as well, so that wouldn't be.
It
Yeah,
an
counts
issue.
as
I thought you couldn't do timestamps in the description.
Why couldn't you? Everyone on every video does it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fucking.
I haven't seen it used in the description, so
OST
Oh, yeah,
video.
you can do it in the description. Well, it's fucking
yeah. I could-
same thing you put in the comments. You can put in the description.
yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I can do that then.
You can put it in the description. A lot of card game channels
You're
are like
dumb.
skip to gameplay here.
Yeah, that's how I. Yeah,
skip
It's
to
like,
actual
I
card
can
play
listen
here.
to fucking Mega Mogwai talk about his deck for 10 minutes, or
I really like this card.
I'm
It's
sorry, he's
super
named
freaking
Mega
good.
Mogwai.
something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
His name is Mega Mogwai. He's like, oh, this card is like super freaking good.
I mean, to the benefit, if you have no clue how the deck works or how Magic works, is like
oh, yeah,
having
no,
that
it's
10-minute introduction is like super good. When he stops talking about the fact that he is wearing no pants and is Brazilian or fake Brazilian or
fake,
whatever.
Fake Brazilian card boy here wearing no pants.
Yep. But if you have no clue how the fucking deck works or what the card does or how it's synergistic with whatever else is in his deck, good for it. Otherwise, I just know how it works by watching the game. There's only so many ways fucking the cat can work out. Cauldron cat. I saw some real degeneracy with fucking, like, Black Life Game. Where it's just like you use cat and that one surviving vampire. That's the 5/4 that whenever the opponent... Or whenever you heal, you hit the opponent for 1. It's just like all the life game mechanics in Black right now are fucking degenerate. Not as degenerate
Are
as
they?
mind you. Like degenerate in that they're like a tier 3 deck, and like you can fucking kill your opponent without ever attacking them, which is quaint. It's not super good. It's not Fires of Invention, fucking a million Planeswalkers. And even that's fucking only like tier 2 or tier 3. Who knows? Magic. I know I'm getting really fucking desperate and I'm starting to consider Doom Foretold a valid option.
Doom Foretold is really good.
I know I'm losing my principles.
Fuck your principles. It's a good card. Use the stupid thing.
It's just fucking.
It's a good card.
It is a
Yeah.
good card, but it's
Yeah,
like
on principle, you're like, I don't want to use all the copy good decks, but some cards are just too good to ignore. Hydroid Crisis.
yeah.
I'm running green and blue. I have copies of Hydroid Crisis. I'm gonna run this stupid thing.
You don't even need to run green blue. Just run green and the ability to fucking produce blue. Like fucking doesn't Gilded Goose do that?
Gilded Goose taps for a mana of any color.
Because of course it does.
Yeah, but going Simic also gives you a lot more options, so most of the time you're running blue and Hydroid Crisis.
Oh, why wouldn't you? Simic's dumb. If green is the devil and blue is just anti-fun, Simic is.
I mean, the idea behind green is just like big, stupid creatures faster.
That's the idea, but like apparently for like the last 5-8 years, according to our Reddit comments, fucking green has been given like the fucking royalty treatment. And I can't say I disagree from what I've seen in the last year.
Yeah. So many good cards in it. So many that you can just keep running about. Once Upon a Time is really good.
Once Upon a Time is pretty fucking weird. I mean, by itself, it's good, but then the fact that you can play it for 0 if it's the first fucking non-land card you play, what the fuck?
Yeah, so you run 4 of them.
Even
Even without that, 2 mana to search the top 5 cards of your deck isn't bad.
no, fucking you have to pay what 4 or 5 for fucking Drawn in Dream or whatever the fuck that blue one's called.
It's 4. It's 4 for the top 7, and you get 2. 2?
Yeah.
2. You get 2 out of your top 7 for 4
Yeah,
mana.
but fucking 0 to 2 for 5, and you get to pick 1, and it's also fucking green.
I'm not mentioning Drawn from Dreams is blue, so you can still run. You can run both.
Yeah.
You're feeling real spicy.
Green blue. There's gonna be a fucking the main deck like 4 fucking Sorcerer's Spyglass and 4 Noxious Grasps.
Sorcerer's Spyglass, yes. Noxious Grasp, and probably not.
It's a little bit harder. But Sorcerer's Spyglass can be as easily useless. I guess it gives information.
It can be useless if they manage to draw into their removal for your artifacts, but
I mean, it can be
otherwise-
useless if they don't run Planeswalker. Which is a thing. Some decks just don't run
I mean,
Planeswalkers.
doesn't it stop other shit?
It does, technically. It could technically stop Gilded Goose. No, wait. It could stop
Sorcerer's Spyglass.
tapping for mana. It couldn't stop.
Activated abilities can't be chosen unless they're mind abilities.
Like, for instance, it stopped Llanowar Elf producing mana.
Yeah, so
It's like, I just rarely ever find a situation where you could use it for anything else.
yeah, 'cause, I mean, elementals took a step back, so it's not like you can name fucking Prison Reef.
Risen Reef is not a fucking activated ability.
Not fuck.
Yeah, that's the problem I had with Sorcerer's Spyglass. I hated the card when I first got it because I didn't understand it at all. Now it's like my favorite fucking
That's probably
card.
why it's currently that's probably why it's banned in Brawl. You can run Planeswalkers as your commander, and you can nerf their commander around for 2 mana.
Entirely it.
So wait, are we still on the podcast or did that end?
Oh, no, we're still on the podcast.
I mean,
We're
there are
still-
2 very significant things that occur when I end the podcast, so
Are there?
yeah.
Yeah, he has to make a noise, and then he did a thing to slide it out from under us while we're in the middle of doing something. I'm just filling this void with magic, though.
Yeah, as am I. I like to bitch about magic because I like it.
Magic's great.
It is great. Although
even though green has all these fun toys, you can still run other decks. They don't have to run green.
you can, it's just harder when you fucking. Oh, they played Questing Beast. All right, I'll fucking, I guess, Prison Realm it next turn. And they have another. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Kill it next. And they have another. And there's
Yeah.
Nisa. And it's like, well, they develop threats faster than I can do it because they have overstated cards.
Yeah. Good cards deck always wins games.
Cards that they generally always go either 1 for 1 or like 2 for 1. Generally.
I'm currently trying to figure out how to
Magic.
prop scale a spaceship so it's not too huge.
You do that. These days, I play Magic for I play one game, take an hour break, and then do it again. Because the
Really?
mental exhaustion afterward.
Oh, but now there's 25 experience per win per win for your first 10 wins.
Yeah. I mean, I'm already level 35 or some shit.
Hey Chris, what do you
Oh,
know
not
about
exactly.
spaceships?
Sometimes they cool. Sometimes sometimes they launch giant robots. Sometimes they are
turn
the
into
giant robot.
I was gonna say
Sometimes
just-
they are also the giant robot, and that's cool as shit. Thanks, Macross.
Mhm.
Well, just so you know,
Fucking Macross is giant fucking robot.
just so you know, the spaceship does.
Robots are badass as shit, but they're not utilized as well.
Fun fact: I plan on this ship being able to do all of those.
Cool.
Fucking Macross.
I'm just trying to get the scaling
Macross
right.
shot the little jets that transformed into robots. It did everything. It was great. Its defense, the early defense, the idea behind Macross, the first fucking one, was it had a spot defense system. It couldn't afford for a shield over everything, so it had spot defenses that people had to maneuver around the thing to block shots. Oh shit, they're gonna shoot our right arm. Everybody move the shields there.
Set shields to right arm. Mr. Spock.
Exactly. It's friggin' move the. I think they had a ball thing. I'm not exactly sure.
Ball.
They would move it. Well, it was a rolling ball on the bottom of old mouses. They'd roll it over to the right arm. They'd be like, "It's on the right arm, sir."
It's like Missile Command or some shit. What is that game? Whatever. Ian, what time do you have work tomorrow?
9.
Damn it.
Why don't you want to do?
Overcooked. See if that worked.
Yeah, I wouldn't have any time for that.
Multiple person overcooked.
Plus, I'm really tired as that is right now.
It was only 11. It was pretty early for the podcast.
It is. But we kind of got everything out of the way.
We did. Musk is the anime homework wasn't really anything.
It was actually the anime homework took an hour.
Well, that's when we went and did the recommendations immediately as well.
Yeah, as a total thing, it took an hour.
We did all of the anime. We did all the.
And most of my stuff was just going to be talking about League, but since I can't,
All right, well then let's move to corners.
right? So I guess we're reprising the most popular of the corners, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Ian's corner.
Mine was random music, right?
We're not actually.
Oh.
So we just fucking recommend music anyway. I just threw in music fucking a few hours ago. Who cares? You can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Hence why corners really didn't need to exist.
No. Magic.
The magic corner.
Magic. The Gathering.
Gathering a lot of fucking angry feelings.
Yeah.
When I draw no land one game and then the next one I draw
every
too many
single
lands. 24
Cool.
lanes is bullshit.
Cool. I'll run one color so I don't have any mana problems, and then I never draw any of my lands. All right, fuck it. I'll just go two colors because fuck it. I'll just get doubly as fucked as I don't draw into any lands, and I only draw one of the colors. And then the same thing for the tricolor decks. I only draw one of the colors.
I
Fuck.
have witnessed what I believe to be cosmic abominations of statistics in my time playing Magic over the last 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, no, it's so bad. I know. I have an Orzhov life gain deck, and yeah, there's been time. One of the games I played earlier, fucking only drew planes, and I wanted to die.
Oh, so you're me on a daily basis.
I only drew planes. I was man.
I have actually witnessed ideal scenarios for the opposite person.
Oh yeah, no, it's fucking infuriating.
I saw it happening. It's not just conjecture. I was mad at the. I saw it unfolding, and I was both mad and amazed.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I'm in a
You were
good
madly
place.
amazed.
I'm in a good
mad.
place. They would just need this card to get out of the situation, and they play the fucking card. And you're like,
It was
hey.
worse than that. Turn after turn, I was hanging on the back foot. And it was never in a position where I was ahead, but I could see it happening where they just drew everything they needed to. They got the lands they needed to. I simply did not get the lands I needed to, and it was
Oh yeah,
amazing.
you slowly see the game slide away from you.
I see the game like I'm in the grasp of maybe being able to take it. It's like, all right, I have it. So long as they don't draw this one specific card that they could technically be running, they drew it. Because why not? Why not?
Playing against black, man, if they could, I played against black and they had 3 murderous riders in their hand, and I fucking hated my life.
Yeah, well, that happens.
Oh, cool! I'll play this creature. All right, it'll do good. It'll protect my life, and maybe if they don't play any other creatures, I can swing with it. Murderous rider. Okay.
Murderous Rider is not a greatly designed card as much as I like it.
It's murder on a stick that also
Murder that hits
planeswalkers. It
planeswalkers.
is planeswalkers.
It should not be 3 mana for fucking whatever it's called.
Oh, not to mention the fact that also that after you do that, it comes down as a 2/3 lifelinker.
Well, if you pay the next 3 mana, yeah.
I mean, most of the time, as most Magic games go, you use it to clear the opponent's board, and if you have no other plays, you use it. But most of the time, you have other plays you're looking to do.
Yep.
Questing Beast.
It's amazing how many times. What the fuck was I about to say? Because I completely forgotten it. That's weird.
It's amazing how many times your opponent manages to get the perfect thing they need. That you're like, okay, so they're playing. They're playing. Is it cool? So fucking as long as we don't get if we get to turn 6, as long as they don't have 3 blue and 3 red, they won't be able to cast Niv Mizzet. Turn 6, they have 3 blue and 3 red and cast Niv Mizzet, and you're like,
I don't see Niv Mizzet all that much. It's really just Ironcrag Pyromancer.
Nah, I haven't seen Niv Mizzet. I saw him in Brawl. I saw him in Brawl, and I was so fucking infuriated because all they managed to get a perfect hand where like they got fucked in terms of mana they drew. They only drew into blue, but they also only drew into the blue counter side of their fucking deck too. So I couldn't play the game, and eventually they found enough red mana to cap Niv Mizzet from the man zone enough to die.
I saw an interesting deck where they played Midnight Clock into Mizzet. Unfortunately, I had Mortify, so that didn't work. But it was an interesting idea. I'm actually fucking around with like an Is It self-mill deck. And I throw in a fucking Niv Mizzet in there to fucking why not?
Yep, always good.
That and fucking like it's some mirror card of some form. Some
Mirror March?
Not Mirror March. It's a blue card that came from Throne. It
basically
says
the drawing
players,
mirror.
Yeah, players have no maximum hand, and like you draw discard cards.
Every time you get an up, it's like every time you like get an upkeep, it gets a counter, and then for every counter you draw a card, or something like that.
You draw that as many cards as it has counters, and it just keeps getting more and more.
Yeah, it gets more and more every turn. So you're yeah. That I saw.
It's entirely,
and I was like, that's kind of cool.
I made the deck because I got one of those cards in a pack. Entirely homebrew and probably not going to work. I could probably throw like a fucking Ironcrag Pyromancer and just win the game like that.
You should also look in the Thrill of Possibility.
Yeah, that one. That's just like fucking
draw 2, discard 1, draw 2.
It's like every other fucking card, except it doesn't have what's it called? Jumpstart.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the 2 mana draw one that has Jumpstart. But this one you don't even have to pay for. This one you pay in the beginning and you draw 2 cards.
Yep.
Instead of expending 4 mana to just draw 2 cards and have you end up having this card one.
I'm just really scared of Narset, is all.
That's basically the reason why I don't play my draw 2 deck. Narset exists.
Narset exists. I'm surprised I don't play Narset at all. She kind of got lumped together with Teferi Time Raveler for me, so I kind of hated her from the get-go because of that. But now that I'm playing an Esper deck, I should probably slot her in somewhere.
Well, yeah, she's just easy hard control. I have 3 mana, and you get to minus her to look for any instant or sorcery. Your opponent can look at their impending doom.
And they can't draw.
The drawing is not really that. It's really basically relevant against the drawing decks that are like, okay,
A lot of decks A lot of decks have cards that do something and then have a draw effect on them.
Yeah.
You generally want to
Yeah,
fucking get as
no.
much advantage out of your cards as you can. I'm also playing Rule of Law in that deck because I hate everything.
Oh, Rule of Law. I have it in my mono white deck. It just never seems to really get in there. Like, it's cool. Like, ideally, I drop it on turn 3 every game. But then every turn after that, it doesn't feel like it's impacting enough because they're only really drawn. Like, it feels like impacts it against decks that spam out spells, but not a lot of decks spam out that much. Like the Fires deck literally only does 2 per turn.
The meta matters, I suppose. Like these days, everyone's going like super fast, instant, like aggro. There's a lot of instant speed shit. There's a lot of aggro. So fucking Teferi Time Raveler and the other thing, Rule of Law, hopefully shuts down.
I mean, yeah, Rule of Law is just, I don't know. It's I like the idea of it. It just doesn't seem to do as much as I'd hope it did. Like most of the time in the early stages of the game, you're playing 1 card per turn. So the Rule of Law really doesn't do anything.
Well, you said you used it in a white deck. What type of white deck was it?
It's just white. It's just mono white.
Mono white aggro?
No, it's just mono white. Whatever.
Yeah. In a control
Mono-
matchup, you have so much more. Like you are literally usually maybe like, draw go.
Yeah.
So limiting your opponent's options while you get your fucking big things like Fae of Wishes. Fucking
Yeah.
really
Well,
good.
yeah, I gotta probably be better in multiple colors. I'm just lazy. I just saw it. I was like, man, use this. And I fucking thought about using Deafening Silence, and then I was like, never mind, no. But the fucking Hushbringer, that's actually been more relevant.
Oh, to Holly Honor Guard the second.
Yeah. That's been fairly relevant. I like that.
A lot of things have on battle effects.
Yeah,
I will be right
turning
back.
the battlefield. We're just waiting for Nick to end it. We're just talking
Yeah.
about Magic to fill the time.
I was waiting for you to stop talking about Magic to end
We're
it.
never gonna stop talking about Magic.
Well,
never
then I
gonna
guess
stop,
I'm never
'cause
ending the
there's so-
podcast.
So I'm running
Just
like
end it.
There's so much you can talk about Magic. All right, so
I'm running some weird cards too. Like Folio of Fancies is a card I never saw before, but I'm running in this deck off a suggestion. Like players have no maximum hand size, and you can pay like whatever to draw cards and discard cards. It's weird.
oh yeah, that's a neat card. What is that?
I also just really wanted a deck that could run Ashiok, because so many people search through their fucking decks in this game with like green and like fucking. This was back.
Once upon a time.
I conceptualized this deck during the Golos era, so that was the idea, but it's still relevant, I suppose.
Realistically speaking, for every deck that has green and is running Once Upon a Time, because that's literally. There's no reason not to run Once Upon a Time. It's just that good.
Stops Kaya. It also gets rid of shit in the graveyard. So fuck like cats and like feasting troll kings.
And just reanimator strategies.
Yep. Do you remember that one fucking like green black card from like the pre-Eldraine event where it was like the dragon thing that eats food and it gets better and draws a card when you do it?
Oh yeah, that got Corvus.
Why is it's a really good card, and every time I see it, it utterly wrecks whatever game it's in, but I never see a deck based around it. It's really weird.
It's just the issue of like it's just the issue of the fact that yes, it can end games on its own, but it still dies to removal, so
Yeah.
it's literally
I mean, it comes
It's a
out
good
and basically
card, no.
pays for itself.
it's a good card. You summon it, it sacks something, you draw a card, and every time it goes to attack and you sack something, you draw cards off of it, and it's great.
Honestly, I feel Rakdos is really strong right now. Like the sacrifice package.
I don't know. People
Feels really good.
run Rakdos Saki. Great.
I feel like people aren't utilizing it correctly though. I feel like maybe it should be Rakdos with green or something. Whatever that is.
Yeah, Jund. Jund
Jund.
is what that's called.
Jund sacrifice feels like
That's
it'd
the
be
name.
really good.
That's the name of the guy. And
Because
Markiplier has one of the videos on too.
Everyone's running like fucking what's it?
It's just it just feels unfortunate like an inferior form of aggro. Like it's cool. It's cool when it goes. It's cool when it goes off. When you have something to sack and something that benefits off. Like if you have it and like the cat on the field, or if you manage to have the cat on the field and then the oven and then it on the field, like that feels really good. It's just getting to that point, but not getting completely blown out by your opponent. Your opponent's gonna summon fucking Questing Beast, and there's what Questing Beast turn 4 and slam your face.
Yeah, I mean, fucking yeah.
Or they're gonna be running Oko, and they're gonna turn your big sacrifice thing dragon into a 3/3 elk, and it's not gonna do anything.
You're fucking that 1/3 mana Rakdos creature that does the sacrifice ping 1. But like everyone's running, it's actually something I've run into quite a few times when I've gone against Rakdos. Like the sacrifices that I do, like they've increased because like I use Fable Passage and get, or like if I get,
there's a lot of sacrifice effects, and there's a lot of ways to benefit off it.
There's so much
specifically
Mayhem
Devil is a really good
Mayhem Devil. That's what it was.
Mayhem Devil's the really good one. Mayhem Devil's a really good one. But it's also a big painted target if you're playing those colors.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so what are they doing?
Kaya's Ghost Form, I guess.
It's literally fucking Kaya's Ghost Form, just so you can protect. Nah, it's just in those matchups it feels bad because it's like, all right, so what are the key cards? Obviously, it's never worth it to hit the cat unless for some reason they hit it turn 1 and you're playing red and own shock. And then, okay, cool, I can hit the cat. Otherwise, it's like, all right, I gotta wait for Priest of the Forgotten Gods or freaking I wait for Priest. Wait for Priest, or I wait for Saktos. If they see them running green, then yeah, you're like, okay, maybe I should wait for Corvold. Or I'll just, hit friggin' I already forgot the guy's name. The 3-mana guy, the pinger. 3-mana pinger guy, Mayhem Devil. I'll just hit Mayhem Devil, and hopefully I can just aggro him to death.
Also seen Mayhem Devil. That's what.
Like Mayhem Devil's great, but he's like the biggest target for removal in the sacrifice decks. Oh, Mayhem Devil, bam! Instantly freaking Murderous Rider.
Spawn of Mayhem, you can also run in that shit.
Spawn of Mayhem's great. Spawn of Mayhem's a great black card. That's pretty good.
Trigger fucking Spectacle the card.
Ebon Legion's pretty good.
Fucking, that's gotta be like, I would fight people. That's the strongest 1-drop in the game. I think it's stronger than Gilded Goose. It's so
good.
fucking good late game and early game.
Yeah,
you play early game, you get the 3 mana, it trades for anything. Literally anything, because it has Death Touch. Fucking, if they don't fucking do it, they just gets 1/1 counters after 1/1 counters.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
It feels horrible to remove with big removal. Fucking, it flies under a lot of removal too, like fucking D-Spark. Whoever fucking actually plays D-Spark. Kaya the fucking Orzhov Usurper is fucking an amazing card people have been sleeping on. It's fucking like get +2 health for exiling a creature from the graveyard, or it's -1 for getting rid of a 1-mana cost card, which destroys like all the early game oven. It gets rid of oven as well. It's just amazing. It's easily becoming like one of my favorite fucking 3-drop planeswalker.
Yeah, but it's like, man, but you could also just be running Simic and run Oko.
You could be running Oko.
Could be running Simic and be running Oko. Now their oven's a 3/3 elk.
But I'm a principled person who won't be running Oko.
Now their oven's a 3/3 elk that can't get through your questing beast.
No, it's still a converted mana cost 1. It gets rid of converted mana cost 0 as well.
Yeah.
1 or less.
Get rid of food. Get rid of the food.
It does get rid of food. I've done that on occasion. It's a great card. They don't really want to get rid of it because it's just a fucking Kaya. It doesn't get rid of Teferi.
Fairies. 3-mana planeswalkers. Teferi's
I didn't say it was the strongest. Definitely not. But
Royal
it's just
Scions is pretty good.
Yeah. I rarely see that outside of the draw 2 decks for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Nick, you gonna end this shit?
It has the fun. He wants to end. We're never gonna stop talking about Magic.
Podcast together.
I'm not ending the podcast.
It's Magic.
Also, Nick, how the fuck do you determine your names for these podcasts? You had one of them recently where I said like the real fucking tragedy of gunpowder warfare, and it was like a joke I made, and no one reacted to it. But it's it's one of the titles.
I found it really funny when I was editing it.
All right.
The worst.
Basically, things that stick
This
out
is the
to
Magic
me
the
are what I
Gathering
titled them.
This is the Magic the Gathering podcast.
Well, I guess what would be
Podcast
something
Gathering.
like a magical
Podcast
time.
No, fuck you. Don't do that. Nick, if I freaking see that, you're gonna lose the week that time.
If the word magical is used.
Chris, you're not gonna see it, so it
I
doesn't
am gonna
matter.
see it.
I'll
I am
tell
gonna
him.
see it. He will tell me.
Oh shit, there it is.
The thing is, though, it'll only pay dividends way later, like next year.
No. I'll have the next one up by Monday. So
Will you?
yeah,
Will you?
I've been getting one out a week consistently. So
Alright, back to Magic. Magic. You should play Brawl. Brawl's great. You get free cards.
I'll try it. If it's 5 cards, sure, why not? I just have to figure out what I'm gonna fucking play for a deck. Last time I played Singleton or anything like that, I played Boros for lack of other cards, and it wasn't great.
Yeah, but this time you can. This time you at least that your commander card, but you're pseudo basing your deck. You're guaranteed to have it out. So if you're running like fucking Feather, you're gonna have Feather.
Does that work with Leyland of the Void? Wait, that's not a legendary creature. Damn it, never mind. Dumb.
Leyland of the Void.
Let's just assume that would work. Fucking would it immediately go or any ley line, I suppose?
No, because it's technically whenever it leaves the field, you're given the option to go to the command zone, so it doesn't really.
I mean,
It'll hurt other decks for sure if they're trying to run a reanimator strategy. It'll hurt them.
yeah. As what I was going to say earlier is it's surprising how many people don't read Revenge of Ravens.
No, that card where they take damage for hitting.
So many 1/1s have been thrown into my face despite Revenge of Ravens being on the field. They're just hitting themselves, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't intend this when I made this deck, but like Revenge of Ravens, Dawn of Hope, and like the Kaya that I mentioned earlier, amazing synergy. Specifically that Dawn of Hope.
Dawn of Hope is a really good card.
It's a reason it gets fucking Assassin's Trophied every time it's on the field.
Fucking 2 mana for the rest of the game, and every time you gain
Overwhelming
life,
advantage.
every time you gain life, you can pay to draw a card, and that's on any life gain effect. And then if you fucking if you don't have any cards to play, you could shit out a 1/1 lifelinker for 4 mana. It's
Oh man,
so
they
good.
played fucking Rotting Regisaur. It'd be a real shame they couldn't connect.
Yeah, I used it in my white life gain deck because before Corset before Corset 19 rotated out, because Corset 19 had the Fountain of Renewal.
Yep.
So I was guaranteed life every turn. So if I didn't like what I drew, I literally just paid two after I drew my card to just fucking.
But
keep getting shit.
a situation I commonly find myself in with this deck is 2 Revenge of Ravens, an Oath of Kaya, and a Dawn of Hope out. Usually 2 Dawn of Hopes. And a Planeswalker on the field. If they hit that Planeswalker, they have to pay 3 health. And I get 2 procs of Dawn of Hope. It's amazing.
You get to draw. Drawing's good. It's just getting to that point and hopefully not losing half your life trying to set up that board state. Or losing anything like that. Oh, cool, they summoned a Kaya. Fucking be a shame if I just decided to Murderous Rider that because I don't see any of the creatures. Anything else worth its time. Gank. Or maybe they hope and wait you have Stare for the Scales.
Seraph. Oh, that thing.
4/3 flyer can pay white, get lifelink, play black, get death touch. And I think it also has afterlife on it too.
Afterlife 2, yeah.
That shits out 2/1/1s upon death.
Yeah,
pretty good card. Bellhaunt's a good card too.
Run 4 Bellhaunts, because why don't I run 3 Bellhaunts? Why don't I run 4 Bellhaunts?
I don't know. Because it's a really good card.
It's really good. I mean, it's almost guaranteed to go 2 for 1. Like, you play it down, they lose a card from their hand, and then they have to get rid of it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fucking run 2 of those. I don't have any mana problems anyway. 1 Liliana for 1. I don't need 2 Lilianas.
No.
Magic's great.
Little Magic is amazing.
I enjoy it a lot.
Brawl
Should
is
play it.
Brawl is
I did.
Brawl was
Should
nice.
play it more.
Brawl was nice and refreshing. The first day I got my 5 wins. I got 5 wins, 1 loss with my elementals, and I was pretty happy with that. Yeah.
I bet when fucking League of Cards comes out, you're gonna be all over that.
The other thing that sucks is this, the brawl thing is only gonna happen once a week. It's gonna be like the fucking there's a standard challenges where it's like, hey, you can come play it here against randoms. It'll continually be available for friendly matches, which is nice.
Oh, you get fucking 1 card and 1 card style.
Yep.
And the card styles are all irrelevant cards. I've never seen a Thorn Mammoth. I've very rarely seen Mace of the Valiant.
Yeah. Like Thorn Mammoth has a place. Like the nice thing is also in Brawl, everything has a place in it because hey, it's only 1 out of your 60 cards. What fucking care?
Oh yeah, they released that fucking like those alternate card arts you can pay like 3,000 coins for, and like they're all adventures and they look fantastic. And then I read them and I have no clue what adventures they are because no one plays these adventures. They're all shit, but they look so cool.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck's a Silver Flame Squire?
It's something you run. It's something you run if you're drafting, and you manage to get Lucky Clover, because it's +2/+2 and it untaps the creature. And if you drafted Lucky Clover, it's essentially +4 for 2 mana.
Sure, but like Lonesome Unicorn,
that one is just straight up ass. That's 5. It's 5 mana for a 3/3 that shits out a 3/3 vigilance. Like
it's not good.
Fuck
I've never seen Emerald Shieldbreaker. I've never heard of it.
Shieldbreaker has a niche in the fact that it's red artifact removal, but most people usually don't tend to run it.
Yeah,
but it's actually an okay card.
I've never seen any of these cards played, but they look so cool.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, the Unicorn one's complete ass, the Silver Flame Squire's complete ass. It's just the Shieldbreaker. People don't do it because artifact removal isn't really relevant. What do? You can get rid of an oven. If you manage to hope, if your opponent's playing green and they run Great Henge, you can hit that. There ain't a whole lot to hit here, Chief.
Yeah. I was thinking of running a copy of Disenchant. That's what I was thinking earlier.
Yeah, it's just oh yeah, Mace of the Valiant is nice for fun. It's never really anything more than oh cool, every time a creature enters the battlefield it gets a counter and you can equip it for 3 on a creature, and that creature now has vigilance and a shit ton of health if you summon a lot of creatures. But you spent your third turn slapping this thing on the board. So then you need to spend your 4th, 5th, and 6th turn summoning things to make it worth it to equip a thing. Then it takes 3 mana from that turn. Thorn Mammoth is it's a fighting green card if you're green. If you're running green and you feel like Like it's a five. It's like what is it 5/5 fighting elephant? Just slam it into your opponent's creatures because they exist. They dare to exist.
Hey Nick, just a quick question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never gonna.
Why does the latest episode of the podcast have just a thing of let's see, what is this? League?
Oh, that is the podcast where I said I wanted to get it to go to 6 hours, irreverent of if anyone sticks around, and so I did by streaming it.
Jesus.
Well, congratulations, you failed. It's 5 hours and 45 minutes.
No, I know, Ian. I streamed until like 6:18, but I cut out enough so that way
30 minutes, evidently.
actually, yeah. So that way it didn't actually get to the 6 hour mark, which is unfortunate, but that's all the footage I had to work with, so,
That's all the footage I had to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly end it now.
Could just add more footage. She could just add more footage.
Chris,
Play
no.
some more League and add more footage.
I mean, I could, but no.
Nick, why don't you do that?
The only things I add to the podcast are the
Nick,
times.
you don't have any morals. Fuck your.
Chris, I know I don't have any morals, but I still have some amount of pride.
You don't have. Fuck your pride. You don't have that either.
I
You
know.
lost that a long time ago.
I know.
Mr. Green Flame Swordsman over here.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
I mean, the
Oh.
Green
Oh, yeah,
Flame
yes,
Swordsman.
Yeah, we've been playing D&D with BRG
So
as
he's
our
a
new
he's a
DM.
paladin,
I
and
am a
he uses
paladin.
a
How's that?
green flame sword, which is a sword strike
Sorry.
with a cantrip that when you strike the enemy, the green flame bounces to the next enemy for damage.
Ooh.
I'm a
Whoa!
I'm a paladin that
Green
multi-classed into warlock and
Green
sorcerer.
flame.
Sorcerer has
Green
a
flame.
melee attack spell that's called Green Flame Blade.
Flame,
And
green flame,
no,
green flame,
Chris just fucking.
green flame,
God damn it, Chris!
Green flame.
Why?
Man.
green flame,
Fucking.
green flame,
It sounds like you woke up your chunker.
green flame,
Queen flame. Queen flame. Queen
Look at
flame.
You're a good dog.
Ian, you have a turret, right? Doesn't she flames?
Swordsman.
Oh, and it all culminated into fucking.
He's now the green flame swordsman.
Is it
Nick,
this?
Uh,
now all you need is to get prestidigitation and make yourself green.
I already have prestidigitation.
Then make yourself
Why
green.
do you fucking have prestidigitation?
Fucking. It all culminated into me memeing myself.
Green flame.
If you zoom in on it, you'll see some things.
Mistakes.
Mhm.
Ah,
Oh, and don't forget,
Green
This-
flame swordsman. I like how you kept that.
I saved it to my computer, Chris.
Is it in the homework folder?
It's in my hentai memes folder.
I like how you. I like the implication that you have enough that you need a folder for.
I mean, I have Cummies Part 1 and 2. We got Kyoko Devious, and we have Anna Disappointed. I've been trying to find some other, like, good, like, screens from hentai, but it's actually kind of difficult.
Without it just being straight up screenshots of hentai.
Yeah. Like, even if you crop it a bit, like, it's not that, like, funny, I guess.
I don't know, man. Just screenshot the faces. Use them as reactions.
Oh, do you think I already do?
You're
Nick, could you at least
Magic the Gathering, though.
Could I what?
could you at least put that as a spoiler so it's censored?
I don't
Why would he
think
do that?
I can.
Why would he
You
do
can
that?
just delete
hang on.
it.
There we go. Much better.
Super 4 JJ.
I don't know if I actually showed the emote on the last podcast.
There it is. It exists.
Yeah, I know.
It's fucking
Oh,
terrible.
I showed it, but it wasn't actually integrated with Twitch yet. But yeah, it got approved, so now I have that as my emote for Twitch.
You're the worst.
No one has subscribed yet, so it's fine. No one's using it besides me.
no one should.
But basically, I get a custom
No
emote
one will ever
with-
use
Fucking emotes can get fucking removed for copyrighted content, so that's not gonna stay.
I mean,
Cool, you gonna report him?
I will, yeah, probably.
Do it.
judging by the fact
Fucking do it.
that there are a ton of Overwatch streamers that fucking have Mercy or whatever as one of their emotes, I have a
That's a
feeling...
bit different. I have a feeling Blizzard lets that happen. It's fucking promotion for them. I feel like they waived it. Fucking Jojo the Jet Plane, whatever the fuck his name is?
Jojo the Jet.
And how the
Hey,
fuck are they
Nick.
gonna know
Hey,
what
Nick, can I get a
that's from?
shitty Photoshop with Jojo's lace? JJ. Can that be the thumbnail of the next of this podcast?
That can be the thumbnail of this podcast, yes.
Sure, anything can be the thumbnail of the podcast.
No, but I specifically requested it, and if he doesn't do it, I have things.
Assuming no one overwrites your request with another request, yes.
Oh fuck no, they better not. Fucking Jojo the Jet Plane. I better fucking see this shit.
It's so shit.
How do you
Jojo.
report someone?
How do you report? You report Nick. Just report him. And when they ask why, just tell him he's a shitbag.
I feel like that would reflect badly on him. It might get him banned instead.
Oh yeah, I care so much.
False reporting and whatnot.
Oh no, Twitch. Well, no.
Just move the mixer.
Fucking Twitch.
Fucking everybody's moving there now.
Pop it
with
would
Shroud
sound
and
like a
whatnot.
fucking swinger app.
A what app?
Ah, fuck.
But yeah, fucking Mixer poached Shroud now as well, which personally I think is bigger than Ninja.
Controversial.
First,
As in
there's
like
personal
as
things
in
and
a
numbers.
bigger impact than Ninja.
Numbers, Nick. Numbers are
No,
what matters.
I know that fucking Ninja had
Numbers are
more
what
viewers
matters.
on average, but fucking
Numbers
Then
are what
qualify
matters.
your statement. then.
Numbers are what matter.
I am now. Alright. So the reason I think Shroud is bigger is that I feel like he has a more loyal fan
Engaged
base.
audience?
Yeah, that will continually like move over to wherever he goes.
Tell that to the 10-year-olds that like Fortnite. That are like Ninja's the best shooter guy ever.
But fucking as
And
well
then they have
as
that friend in school that's like, nah, I could totally beat Ninja at Fortnite, guys. Don't you fucking worry.
I mean everyone can be anyone.
School.
Technically. They just need to get that like percentage chance. It's
No, but school's like this school is a weird, fun, weird time. You didn't experience this, Dominic.
Mm-mm.
What's up?
Yeah, school time. School time talks about bullshit.
Did your teacher ever scold you?
Did your teacher school you? Yes.
Did my what the fuck is going on?
Did your teacher...
I was like reminiscing about fucking school time or like little schoolyard talks about cool shit. Oh yeah, like my brother says he could beat fucking Ninja at Fortnite, and the other little kid's like, no way.
Yeah, is that what the kids are talking about?
I
fucking bet.
I fucking made up a Pokemon, like a fake Pokemon. I had told people like all the ways to get
Bruh.
it, and like
I made up my own fake Pokemon. It was light Darkrai. It was Darkrai but white.
no, dude,
You had to leave Darkrai in the daycare of Cresselia. And after a day,
Is it a fucking shadow Pokemon?
Wait.
Just gotta fucking take it to the fucking thing and play the flute?
you took Darkrai and Cresselia and put them in the daycare. The Darkrai after a day would turn light. It was dumb.
fucking mine
Grade
was
school's dumb.
fucking Electabuzz mixed with the fucking roller thing from Ben 10.
Cannonbolt.
Whatever that one's called.
That guy, he
Yeah.
rolled into a ball.
I fucking told people that the way to get it was to like do like a 20 input command. I wrote it down and everything.
You were the worst.
I know.
At least mine, it was like, man, like nobody actually has Darkrai, and like maybe somebody has Cresselia.
Fucking no one ever actually like told me up on it. They were like, "Oh, cool, I'll try that when I get home."
there's no
No
way.
one ever tried it.
Of course not.
No, they forgot immediately and like looked at the Pokemon and was like, "Man, I'm gonna level this one up and see what it evolves into."
Mhm. Oh wow, it levels up at level 100. Let's go.
Because at that point in time, it was not as easy to just look up everything.
There isn't a Pokemon that
Now it's
evolves
just-
at level 100, right?
No, there's
No.
not, because that's just stupid. That's beyond the scope of basically every single way to play the game, because competitive resets to 50 anyways. So the only reason you go beyond level 50 is because the Pokemon evolves beyond that point, or it learns a move beyond that point that you want. Or it came like that, like legendaries and shit. But otherwise, no, there's no real reason to get to level 100 other than like fucking bragging rights. I leveled a Pokemon to level 100
Without any
Boy.
rare candies.
There's a whole bunch of hacks.
In Route
No,
1.
Just a whole lot of spinning in circles and mashing the A button.
No, just a whole bunch of freaking Elite Four runs. They knew real quick.
Nah, dude. They leveled up in Route 1.
That is dedication. I think somebody did a video on it.
Probably.
Fucking...
So-
What do you...
Here's
I
that-
leveled my Pokemon up to level 100 in Route 1. And it was like,
It's
cool. You did something completely pointless, but that was kind of neat.
It's 1.6 million XP for very slow, right?
I don't know. Yeah, there different Pokemon raise at different too. Yeah.
Like
So like the higher you go, the harder it is to sort of.
Yeah.
Some bug Pokemon usually tend to be on the lower spectrum of like easy to level.
yeah. It's possible, it just takes
That's
fucking
right.
forever.
Sword and Shield's about to be around.
Mhm.
Does anyone
That's
care?
not-
Fucking my
Ain't that
LCK
cares.
casters do.
The whom what?
Fucking Korean casters do.
What the fuck do they care?
Because they get to talk over it whenever the Pokemon World Championships roll about.
Fucking-
Here we are at the Pokemon Sword and Shield fucking Pokemon World Champion Sword and Shield regional event fucking Shinjuku. That's the place.
There's been
Area, we're gonna friggin' this guy brought this thing. It's very interesting to see this Pokemon.
Chimchar.
It's not really. Yeah, Chimchar. Chimchar's not really used because he could fucking evolve into Infernape. What a fucking loser.
yeah, dude, who was your Gen 3 starter?
That would be fucking Trico.
Yeah,
Trico's good.
buddy.
Trico was fucking great.
Fucking evolves into Sceptile.
Except until it got to the end and you fucking realize the champion uses steel type Pokemon and you want to die. and the way I played the game is the starter got all the experience. So it got to that point, couldn't beat the champion and spent forever grinding something else in Victory Road to beat the fucking champion because fucking Sceptile couldn't cut it at that point.
For my
Leaf Blade crits couldn't do much.
For my second run through, I went with Mudkip. I never really fucking...
Fuck your second run through. This is the first run through.
No, I know.
You.
I'm just saying that I never
Oh, I
really
hate you.
liked the look of Torchic.
Freaking Blaziken was cool. He's a fire chicken. Punches that fucking kicks people. What do you want from
I
him?
don't know. It didn't fucking appeal to me at all.
Don't worry, it doesn't really appeal to me either.
Okay.
when I went back for the Gen 7? Gen 7 remakes? Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire?
Yeah.
I did one with Sceptile and one with Mudkip.
Like, I
Mudkip's
don't know
good.
what it is, but I just don't like the fucking look of him.
I don't know. He's great. It just sucks that that's the most love that Gen 3 gets. Fucking Charizard's getting another form.
How many fucking forms does Charizard have now?
There's Mega.
3.
There's 2 Megas. There's the
There's 2 Megas and there's
Gigantamax.
Gigantamax. It's just
all
the
of
idea. Yeah, no, that's all of them. Unless you
Why
want to
the
count
fuck did
Shiny
they-
Charizard as a different one.
No.
I don't
The
count
issue is that every single generation fucking from these new generation, now Gen 1 mons just keep getting love. And it's like, what if...
Do they?
What if
Isn't it just
when we
Charizard?
get-
I don't see very many variations on
Pikachu.
Ivysaur.
Meowth.
Oh man, the fucking
Fucking
face of
fat-
Pokemon. Who would have thought?
Fat Pikachu and long Meowth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long
Meowth for the
Meowth.
How do you
But
do,
fucking-
fellow?
I get it
kids?
from a business standpoint that they're like really great marketing tactics, considering that everyone fucking knows Gen 1.
But everyone fuck Charizard, dude. Fuck it.
It's not the greatest.
Gotta run Stealth Rock just to fuck you.
Like, you got the new Pokemans, and then you got the returning, like, fucking...
Gotta run Stealth Rock and
Walmarts.
Tyranitar. If I can run Tyranitar.
Depends on the version.
Yo, dude, you know that shiny fucking Mewtwo that you caught back in Gen 1? Well, you can't
No.
transfer it now. Get fucked.
I don't. Can stuff from Gen 1
I don't
be
know,
shiny?
what the fuck is-
I
I
think so.
Because you have to
Yeah.
transfer it, and it was color was even introduced in games.
Yeah,
I-
there wasn't even color.
Is
They
there
were
like a?
introduced
I don't know
with
if there's
the
like a. I don't know if there's like a randomiz. I don't know if it goes through the randomization thing. Like, ooh, this one was shiny. Or if it wasn't. I don't know. That's something that somebody has probably solved on the internet somewhere. Took them like forever. Well, it probably didn't take them forever to do it. They probably just simulated it on their computer.
They were
Just fucking gave themselves a million Mewtwo and Pokemon Red and slowly transferred it up on their computer.
they were introduced in Gen 2. You're right.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, if you transport it from Gen 1, is there like an inherent chance that it becomes shiny? Or do they just count as regular Pokemon?
I feel like it would just count as a regular Pokemon.
I feel like they would too, and it's just lazy development. Just like the entirety of Sword and Shield is like, but
Like, anything that wasn't included in those games would just be set to the default value when it's transferred over to the new game.
probably.
Like, fucking... When were Natures introduced?
Gen 3?
Yeah.
Gen 3.
Then fucking any generation before that would probably just get fucking moved to whatever the, like, neutral attribute would be.
There's like 4 of them.
From the beginning, were there, like, all the combinations with plus attack, minus defense, and so on and so forth?
I don't remember. I don't know.
I'm just gonna go now because I need to sleep.
Mm.
Cool. Pokemon.
Bye.
And now I can end the podcast.
Can you?
No.
No.
I
We're
didn't
talking,
get
about,
magic.
we're talking about Pokemon
I'm
now.
talking about Pokemon, man.
But then again, like, you're the only one here for.
Fucking, I got nothing to do tomorrow besides fucking watch a league.
I don't suppose you can play Overcooked with 3 people. I just want to test
You
out this
can.
multiple functionality.
You
test
definitely
that
can. You definitely can. It's not an issue.
God.
I feel like Overcooked would be a nice break of just the chaos of doing whatever we want. We have to focus. We have to win.
There's that fucking game
Don't
that,
take the team.
that Funhouse played recently, and then fucking Achievement Hunter also played it. That space one.
Oh,
That's
the
kind of
space
like-
cleaning game.
Yeah, I feel like that would be great too.
The space cleaning game. Where it's like not as strict. It's procedurally generated. Not like Overcooked has like specific levels and shit where it's like
Well,
this is what you do in this level, and that's all you do. And
I'm also pretty sure
not
that
any different than
Early
what anyone else.
access.
Yeah, that's always in early access. But it's procedurally generated though. Like you can have a large ship, and it can be like a bunch of different combinations of stuff. It's never truly the same.
Oh, this game was made by Team 17. Huh.
Was it? Wait, what?
Overcooked, made by T17, which is the people who make worms.
I can hear it.
Nice
Yeah, it's
harmonica
really
play.
loud. Yeah, it's like, this is this volume it starts at, can you tell?
Right.
No,
Let's just play the game in the middle of the podcast.
or not.
Yeah, there's only one way to stop that.
Yep, there is only one way to... I mean, you probably don't have it down... Wait, no, only Iggy has to have it downloaded. Shit.
Yeah,
This is
no one else has to
shit.
have it downloaded.
Shit!
Fucking loser.
Whatever, we passed 3 hours, it's fine.
What's
Do I
fine?
still have it downloaded? No.
We got
That's
enough
downloaded.
content out.
I had it downloaded once and then
Oh yeah,
I learned-
the
when I
shorter
learned
the
it was
podcast is, the less I have to edit. So, thank you all for watching, Mr. Rogers. Bye.